Welcome back, everybody, to the Professor Grass channel. I am Professor Grass, your host of the Green Pill, where we cover every individual strain in existence. There's a whole lot of strains, so I got my fucking workout out for me. What we like to do here is we like to cover every strain in history, to go into the history of those strains and find out what the base genetics of those strains are. Try to figure it out all the way down to the land race strain. That way, you know what you're smoking. Granted, some of that's hard because some of them are mysterious strains that don't have an origin. Things that have been crossed so many times that people don't know what it is anymore. It's fun to look. And then after we go ahead and look into those individual strains, we'll go ahead and do a thing where we ask Grok. We're like, hey, Grok, what do you think about weed? And then Grok usually spits some shit at us that we didn't even hear from these two websites that I check out. And then after that, we watch some weird, wacky shit that I find on the internet. It's fun old times, so sit on down, grab yourself a joint. You ain't into smoking? Hey man, it's fine. This show is for everybody. You could skip all the weed talk, head straight to the weird videos. You know what I mean? Well, not right now because we're live, but if you're watching on the replay, you can do that. But before we get started, if you want to tip your host, go to buymeacoffee.com/ProfessorGrass or go to Rumble Rant on Rumble. I don't get paid on super chats. I don't know what a super chat is, you know? So just any of those options are viable. If you have no money, don't worry, because all donations are not required. They are just complimentary. And with that, let's get started, shall we? Wait, hang on. We have an incoming transmission. Pause the music. Seems very important.
I want to be clear. Somebody I'm inventing a term, a green pill, that believes in the evergreen power of humanity.
It's powerful. You just created green pill. I'm not just saying that. Keep going. This is going to be a great clip.
Well, just believing in the power of humanity and life itself and consciousness, and that we go through these cycles, and that it is a process of being white pilled, awakening, becoming red pilled, then getting really upset when you learn the full extent, becoming black pilled, but then realizing only through God and reaching out to fellow humans and creating beauty and honor and strength by example can we be the example of the evergreen growth of humanity and the timelessness of that, and that is the green pill.
Oh, fuck yeah. Do it, Spirit. I want you to work on it, and I want you to send it out, and I will advertise it as much as I can because it's fucking dope. I might even just watch it on the green pill sometime, or like some of it or bits of it or something, because like you've explained it to me a couple times and it's just like some of it. It's not even all of Genesis. Dude, I would slow down. Don't even cover all of Genesis. Just cover in the beginning. You know what I mean? Like right there. That's it. Just cover that as your first video. Do it. I'm excited to see what you come up with, man, because like, holy fuck. I can't speak for Rare Bay, but I can speak for me. Blew my goddamn mind. Keep learning more. Yeah. Well, do it. Keep learning more. And then eventually, you know, you can pass that knowledge on to people. That's kind of what it's like. You learn things and pass that knowledge on to others, dude. Fuck yeah. Go verse by verse. If it goes down to it, then everybody gets the information. You know? Make it into separate videos. That is just a money machine. Set up a separate channel if you have to. You know? Just fucking 2-hour video on in the beginning. 3-hour video. just talking about light. You know what I mean? Like, you could do it. I have faith in you, dude. You could do it. You have to thread the needle. You have to do it right, you know? You have to, like these Germans over here in this cutting competition, you have to cut it precisely down the middle.
There's a German show that has contestants cutting things perfectly in half. Here, the contestant cuts a pretzel in half, then weighs it to see if the two parts match. It's called Beat Hensler, which translates...
Think about it, dude. Without the family, there is no beginning.
To beat the star. And it turns out the show isn't just about cutting things in half, but other wacky challenges as well, where contestants have to outdo celebrities. The games range from motorsports to mental challenges and quizzes, but this segment is just so satisfying to watch. There's a German show that has contestants cutting things perfectly in half. Here,
you should do another Esoteric Christmas, because I think I missed the first one, and I'm kind of excited.
The contestant cuts a pretzel in half, then weighs it to see if the two parts match. It's called Beat Hensler, which translates to beat the star. And it turns out the show isn't just about cutting things in half, but other wacky challenges as well, where contestants have to outdo celebrities. The games range from motorsports to mental challenges and quizzes.
Did we already watch this? Did it repeat?
But this segment is just so satisfying to...
It did. They repeated it. Those bastards, they thought I wouldn't know. But I knew. I was just high enough to catch that. Those fucks, they fucking pulled one over on old Professor Grass. All right, guys. Let's talk about apples and bananas. Apples and bananas. It's this strain right here. It looks tasty. Not gonna lie. That's one of those nugs that Grammatical said. He's like, I could just take this nug and I could just take a bite out of it. It looks so good. AB is the periodic table on here. It says top flavors are apples, pears, fruit trees. Top effects are aroused, happy, and relaxed. Apples and bananas is a potent hybrid indican weed strain made from a genetic cross from Now and Later in Jet Fuel Gelato. Jet Fuel Gelato specifically is very good in dab form. I've had the dabs and it's pretty good. Apples and bananas is 20% THC or higher, making this strain an ideal choice for experienced cannabis users. Leafly customers tells us apples and bananas effects include happiness, euphoric feelings, and feeling of upliftedness. Medical marijuana patients often choose apples and bananas for dealing with symptoms such as anxiety, depression, and stress. Main terpenes are carphyline, limonene, and linalool. Let's move over to All Bud. Check out more on this strain. Hang on. Spirit's saying some shit in chat. In fact, hang on. Let me do something. I wonder if this will work. If this works, I have to get it set up for Ray. Oh. Nope, it didn't work. Do this then. I will make it work. Oh, what the fuck, Rumble Studio pop out chat? Actually working now. Nice. There we go. I got it to work. Oh, you're opening Discord? I swear I'm gonna do a green pill. There's not gonna be surprise guests.
Take this object. But beware, it carries a terrible
You
curse.
take it with the good and the bad.
Ooh, that's bad.
But it comes with a free Frogut.
That's good.
The Frogut is also cursed.
That's bad.
But you get your choice of topping.
That's good.
The toppings contain potassium benzoate. That's bad.
Can I go now?
Just give me a second, folks. Hey, DJ John Teeter's in the chat. How's it going, John? And I will try to keep an eye on Spirit. If he shows up, I will throw him in here into this conversation. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, hang on. Okay. There we go. He called me.
Yo, what's up? Can you hear
Hey,
me?
how's it going, man?
Good, man. What's up?
Oh, nothing, man. Nothing much. You were saying in the chat you were getting ready to start on your Genesis video.
Oh, dude, I've been working on that, but I learned something about Christmas because I did that esoteric Christmas video last year, and I don't think a lot of people. You might find this interesting because I didn't know this. Do you know why they call it Xmas?
Honestly, I thought it was just to cut out Jesus, like Christ, out of Christmas. That's why, like,
Honestly,
people, and it was usually people in inner cities and stuff. Because I live in a small.
so I kind of more or less assumed the same thing without kind of like really ever questioning it. So we've talked about the alphabet thing. For anybody who's listening who hasn't heard my alphabet talk, the alphabet is magical. It all comes from Hebrew.
It's very magical.
And Hebrew, like, people don't know the thing. The alphabet we use, it came from Hebrew, and it's more related to Hebrew than you think it is. And so in Hebrew, there are two T's. There's a tet and a tav. So the tet is an X and the tav is a cross. And symbologically, these like symbols have been around for forever, right? So when the Greeks adopt Hebrew, they basically adopt the same alphabet, but they change around like a couple letters here and there. And because there's two T's, they remove one of the redundant T's. So they put the redundant T, the T at the end, the 22nd letter, which is where it is in the Hebrew alphabet, name of it, but they use the symbol for tet, which is an X, right? So it has to do with death, and which is a tet as the symbol for Jesus. So like when early Christians are practicing in like the old world in Rome and Greece, right? And like they have to kind of keep it underground, right? They're using the chi as their symbol, so an X within a circle, right?
Oh,
and
my
then have you heard
goodness.
So the X is it means Jesus. It means death and rebirth. And so do you know what a chi rho is?
No.
So chi is an X, rho looks like an uppercase P, and it's related to resh, which is the R.
Okay.
And resh is like a top of a head, and it has to do with like your intellect. It has to do with like individualism, but it also represents the son. It represents like the child. So the resh, right? It can represent son. So rho is a resh, right? So you're putting a rho over the chi, and it forms a cross. And so what is the symbological meaning of chi rho? It's the death of the son equals resurrection.
Oh. That's
So
fucking neat.
right, X is death, rho the son, right? You put them together, they form a cross, resurrection.
So I got a question then, Spirit. What about the X-Men symbol? I know this sounds retarded,
it
But-
does look like a tet.
but it does look like a crucified. They crucified Wolverine and shit.
Mm.
It's fucking nuts.
Well, it's the way that I present it, these ideas, like these archetypes, right, of the death of this, like the death of this, excuse me.
It took me forever to get
I didn't
your
hear what
little
you said.
image here. I was trying to get your image because I like to have one for like so people know I have a guest on here. You know.
Oh,
There we go.
but the idea, like the death of the sun equals rebirth. It's the whole Saturn thing, right? Like Saturn eats the baby.
Yeah,
but
you were saying that.
he has to eat the baby so that you have the new year, and then then the new god is born.
Yeah, fucking crazy shit, dude. It's like everything is all connected, you know?
Right.
Like, that's the fucking
it's the
craziest
sun, the sun, right? Like, and if you want to take it literally, like Jesus, right? Jesus is the ultimate sacrifice because he's the best son. He's like we've talked about before in the old world. When you sacrifice an animal, you don't sacrifice the shitty bull.
Yeah.
You sacrifice the best bull.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And so you wouldn't give the shitty bull to God, right? And so who's the best bull? Jesus. He's the Lamb of God. And so he becomes the best sacrifice.
It's fucking nuts, dude. And the thing is,
But this is all stuff that
they
like
were like saying
is-
too in the
it's-
Bible too. It's like, oh, it was predestined, it was predetermined. It's because there was predictions of it. Like there was people in the Old Testament being like, yeah, dude, like there's gonna be a guy named Jesus. He's gonna show up. He's gonna be the Messiah. It's gonna be fucking nuts. Then everybody's just
Oh,
like,
dude.
ah,
Well,
this
that's
guy.
why. That's why I want people, like, I'm not Christian myself, but that's still why I want people to know about this stuff, because I feel like it's like, no, it backs up your argument. If
Yeah.
you want to back up your argument for all of this stuff, then know that like Jesus is coming in, he's using these same ideas to like that are deep symbological ideas. For instance, we've talked about water. Water means transformation, right? So death and rebirth, right? Jonah in the whale. So Jonah is swallowed by the whale, who's the monster in the deep, right? In the deep,
Which is
the depth
fucking,
of the
yeah.
It's the depth of your subconscious, right?
The subconscious. That's what I was going for.
Mm-hmm. And he comes out of the whale transformed. And so M is the letter that means water. It's little waves. A capital M are little waves of water.
Yes.
And its number is 40. So all the letters have numbers, right? And Mem is associated with the number 40. Well, where does 40 come up in the Bible? The Israelites spend 40 years in the desert.
40 days.
Jesus
and
goes out
nights,
into it rains for 40 days and nights. Jesus goes out into the desert for 40 days. 40 is the number of transformation.
Holy shit.
Every one of those events.
Is that why guys have midlife crises at 40?
I
They're transforming.
never thought about that. You might
They
be onto
start wearing
something.
leather jackets and streaming and calling everybody faggots.
I told you, man.
You know, shit like that.
I told you. That's why I like talking to you about this stuff, because you're on, I feel like we're on the same wavelength. Spiritually, even though we maybe have like a different religion, like I feel like spiritually we're on a very similar wavelength about this stuff.
Yeah, dude. DJ John Teeter. Hey,
Yes, it is spirit talking.
Can you drop your link in the chat, please? I gotta run and take a piss
Sure.
and tell these folks about more alphabet stuff. I gotta pee real bad.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
So I have a channel too. It's called Moose Heaven. I know it's a silly name. It's an inside joke within an inside joke within another inside joke. But I hesitate to say conspiracies, but not the conspiracies you're thinking about. Like I talk about the history of Jack the Ripper, for instance, how Jack the Ripper was Antifa. So Jack the Ripper was Antifa. That's a whole other story. There were anarchists in early London who advocating to commit murders to get the world attention to the poverty within Whitechapel, and that's what they did. And they passed a bunch of laws, and that's how they got the Labour Party within Britain, was because of the changes that came about because of Jack the Ripper, and nobody talks about that. So I talk about that stuff. What else? I talk about Nixon. I talk about the Cold War.
No, dude, Moose Evan's really cool. He covers all sorts of shit that nobody dared to cover back in the day, and then some of the shit they did cover, and then mixes that all together, and then throws some Nixon memes at you, like the fucking piss boy eggs and shit. He also does Halloween on fucking Halloweens. So he gets all fucking festive and starts watching some Halloween movies. Don't know if he told you about that. Fuck.
A conspiracy factualist. Exactly. That's
Yes.
kind of the.
And that's why I like
that's
John
kinda
too. He kind of. I watched
'cause-
his little. He did a video about little. Fucking look at me, fucking being an asshole. John did a video.
A little
about,
video.
I'm fucking an asshole. I'm trying to fucking think of things on the
It's
fly
okay.
here. My bad.
Hey man, we are all awkward. It's okay.
But John did a video about Tim Pool, and he was kind of covering his shit, and he was like, kind of stops, and he just had this click in his moment, and I think he was talking about the flow state, and I think it's kind of like that, where he's just like, no, fuck you, you're I can tell you're lying, you know, and he's just like kind of breaks it down, and she's like, no, that ain't freedom of speech, you know. He kind of gets in there. Talk to him over on my channel also with Purple Trainwreck. We had a good talk too, man. Fuck, I need to have that guy on again.
But the thing I was going to say before you left was I feel like we have a similar wavelength about some of these ideas, and so I like talking to you about it. I always tell people, and it's not a joke, right, that my God, like my personal God, is the God of the alphabet. And I know that might sound weird to some people, but once you see what I'm talking about, especially because it's in Genesis, right? Like we've talked about this. It's like that alphabet.
He's got to.
And that's what Christians believe. In the beginning was the word, right? That's exactly what Christians believe.
So it's like, yeah,
it's the logos.
It's
the logos. Before anything else is the logos, right?
John, you kick ass.
Because you have to
sell yourself short, dude. You're fucking quick, you're funny, and you also know what the fuck you're talking about. And also, you're a DJ. Hell yeah. Like,
yeah, man, we'll have to talk music sometime. I haven't made any in quite a while, but I do mess around with modular and stuff.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I haven't like made music in about a year or two, but I do mess around with that stuff from time to time.
Fiddle around with it, make an intro for old Professor Grass. That'd be cool. I would not argue.
Lost Teos Synthesizer's the guy you want for that. He's much better, much better than I am. But yeah, man, what I was gonna say is that the alphabet, when you really know what it means, when you really know what the meaning is, all of those stories that we're talking about, all of these like legends, they're in the alphabet. They're hidden there, and if you believe, like, if some people talk about like the antediluvian world, like the pre-flood world, right, where everybody had a single monoculture. And sometimes I think, well, if people knew that, like, we have to preserve our culture, but there's essentially like no way to do that with a language because all of this is going to fall apart. How are we going to do that? How are we going to convey these like high ideas into the future? You do it through little pictograms, because even an illiterate person can draw little waves of water. They can draw a little snake in the dirt, They can draw
Speak for yourself.
a cross. They can draw an X. You know, like these are all like things that like
Also
even
my
the
fucking
dumbest
Ray Ray
person on earth.
I'll stick to
but
words.
like within them is contained all this profound wisdom, and you'll spend your whole life trying to figure that part out.
Yeah. And that's the thing too. Like, how the fuck do you begin explaining all of that to somebody without like explaining like the first 3 letters and then working your way back and then going back forward and then going back?
But honestly, and it's why I say, like, if you really want to understand some of this stuff, you do have to like learn a little bit of Hebrew, and luckily the Bible kind of teaches you, it kind of like walks you through it, because that whole first verse, it's all like, I think about like 6 or 7 letters or something.
Fucking nuts. It kind of,
so like you only have
like,
to know those 6 or 7 letters.
Literally, it's like taking those actual words, deciphering it, and then putting it back together the way it was like written, you know? And that to me is also fascinating. You know, like that must be like what people that do translations and shit fucking feel. You know, they're like, oh, I just made this right here, bam, 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 because this is how it goes. You know, fucking wild shit.
Well, and that's the with a lot of the religious stuff, especially like New Testament stuff. Most people in the West, in the U.S., just kind of arbitrarily know the Greek names for things. And like, for instance, Genesis, right? The name of the book is Bereshit. And what does Bereshit mean? It means Genesis. It means in the beginning.
It's in the beginning, yeah. Fucking cool. Gotta do this thing. Gotta fix it.
You're good.
So I can see my Discord. Because I want to make sure that like everything's running over there, and then also be able to see the music. So you want to hang out, man? Like, what's up? You a guest?
What's an Exodus? What does Exodus mean?
Right?
No, an Exodus is when you go out from somewhere. Like so Exodus. What is Exodus about?
The fucking end
it's
of
about
humanity. Like it's the apocalypse.
No.
Exodus
Exodus is about
the second
the
book.
Jews.
My bad.
It's
about
right.
them
Exodus
leaving
is the
fucking Egypt.
Egypt.
My bad. I
So
was thinking Revelations
right.
for some reason.
So Exodus is means to leave, right?
Yeah. Mass
Well, the name
exodus,
in
yeah.
Hebrew, right? And the name in Hebrew is Shemot. What does Shemot means? It means go out, leave. Exodus.
Cool.
The word exit comes from Exodus.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Like a base word, really, on there. Makes sense.
I don't do Twitter. Sorry. You can hit me up on Discord. I'm in all the Discords.
Yeah, he's in Ray Ray's Discord too.
Here's another fun one that I a little revelation that I just had too of looking at this stuff. So a sade is a letter that doesn't sade.
Okay.
And it's a little plant growing up from the ground is the symbol for it. It's the last letter in earth, Eretz. So God creates the heavens and the earth, and that period on the end of earth is the sade of the plant growing up out of the ground.
So whoa. Oh,
Now,
so...
again,
we're meant to grow
I feel
things
like-
here. We're meant to create things, and we're meant to grow things here. Get out
Because
there
the
and
whole
start growing apples, bananas, fucking shark tooth. I don't give a fuck what you do. You grow, you make things, you grab some bones out of the woods and you make weird skeletons and show to your friends and family. Fucking God also likes it when you dance. I found that out. He likes it when you put your hands up in the air and you fucking dance. Get excited. That's what it's all about, homie.
In Judaism, they believe in life. They believe death is like unnatural in a way, right? And so it should, like, death is not something to be celebrated. Life is something to be celebrated.
Hell yeah. That's usually kind of the way I
That's
go
why
about
when you toast, you say
funerals and shit.
l'chaim, right? To life.
Yeah, exactly. You told me that once. That l'chaim means to life. That is fucking beautiful in itself, man.
And the
You're literally
lamed
saying
and
to
the
life.
lamed,
Fuck yeah, dude.
right? And what is the l'chaim, L, right? Letter L
Is God,
is
right?
a walking stick.
Oh,
well,
no, yeah,
the
yeah,
name
you
for
were-
God is
guiding
L.
stick. Yeah, my bad.
But yeah, it's a guiding stick. It's a walking stick, or it's a goad, like the thing you whip the ox with to make it go, right?
Yeah, I thought that was a
Or it's a shepherd's, or it's a shepherd's staff, right?
Okay,
like
yeah.
they all have the same meaning. It's the person who leads, right?
And Jesus is the good
and
shepherd, so it all lines up.
Well, L is the alpha shepherd. So AL, he's the alpha shepherd.
Oh, yeah.
But l'chaim, like the L, takes you, because it's a shepherd's staff, it takes you to the next word.
Yeah. I remember whenever
That's why I was saying, like, Hebrew is very
whatever,
easy
but
to
like
learn,
that.
like, because it tells you what it is.
It's neat how it's hard to explain, but like how it will guide you and tell you what things are as you're reading it. You know what I mean? Like there was that one thing where it was like it said God in the word like twice or whatever. Like that shit was wild. Just having God in the word that means something that God did, or like that God created or whatever, but like it is God in the word. And then like the staff leads
think
you
of how
to
many
God
words,
kind
think
thing,
of
too,
how
like-
many think of how many names have L in them, like Daniel, Michael, Michael, right? The archangel Michael, his name means who is like El, Michael. And what the esoteric story is that Saint Michael's name comes from he's beating Satan down into hell, and as he beats him down and as he whips him with his sword down into hell, he goes, Michael, who's like God? No one, because you tried to be like God and now you're cast into the abyss. And so, like, that's a fucking badass name.
Is that the dude with the
Michael.
flaming sword? Fucking is Michael?
Mm-hmm.
Hell yeah. I know there was a flaming sword, and then the other one had another weapon. I can't remember what it is. Fucking the guy that St. Peter runs the gate. He has a weapon too, but I can't remember what it is. Fucking cool to know the biblical weapons. Though. Like,
He has a gun to keep you out of
I can't remember what it is, but like it was another sword, but I can't remember what it was. It was like a sword of wind or some goofy shit. I can't remember, to be completely honest. But like, I know that angels have weapons, and that's pretty fucking rad to me. Because if they have weapons, they're warring against something. What? I don't fucking know, but it's kind of kick ass. Maybe demons. I'm thinking demons.
Well, they serve El. They serve the highest shepherd. So Michael, who is like the highest? Who's like the alpha shepherd? Who's like El? No one.
Wow.
the number one, like I've said before, when Jews say their daily prayer, right? It's called the Shema, and you cover your eyes when you say it, because you're saying, listen, Israel, are the Lord your God? The Lord is one. It's not. It's the number one, the literal numeric number one. Everything is contained within God. It's the unity, right? And you cover your eyes because you can't even like picture what that is. It's unknowable daddy God, as we've said before. It's
Right.
like the highest. It's the number one. You can't even conceive of that. You can't conceive of everything being the number one.
DJ John Teeter in the chat. I read that all angels have L at the end of their names. Does that mean that St. Peter is not an angel?
Well,
He's just a saint.
those are Catholic saints, but the angels are different.
Okay. Well, okay, so like
Saints are
I don't
like
know if this is
canonized
a
by the
full
Catholics.
Christian belief or not, but like I've seen some shit about angels. I looked into a little bit of angelology and shit, and I think there's like different ranks of angels and shit. Like
Yes,
there's cherubs, seraphim, Nephilim are giants from Enoch.
well, the
We don't talk about
Nephilim
them.
means Nephilim means fallen ones.
Yeah, we flooded them, or God flooded them, right?
Well,
Allegedly.
it's
Because I say
It's-
allegedly because Enoch isn't canon. According to my preacher, it's not canon, so I don't know if I believe that. So, like, I've read the first Enoch, but I don't know if I believe it. You know what I mean? Apparently, a lot of
Well,
fanfic around Jesus
I-
Christ and the fucking holy word and shit.
I take these things to mean it's not so much about belief. It's not about believing whether or not they happen. It's about that these are supernatural. They're like dreams. Like did a dream happen? Like you had a dream, right? That you like went to school and you didn't have clothes on, but did that happen?
Yeah, but that's
Like it happened in the dream,
But
right?
that's the thing. Now we're getting into dreams. Dreams are a whole weird fucking thing for me too, because they're just simulations your brain comes up with. I don't even know if dreams are spiritual, because it really feels
Well,
like it's just a simulation that your brain comes up
That's-
with to deal with other things that are in your life that
but
you might
you're
have to deal
go
with
but
later.
but see but because you're going into the depths of the subconscious, you're going down towards Dagon, right?
Makes sense.
You're getting, if you go too far into the depth, you get swallowed by the whale, right? You could
Okay.
equate that with the nightmare, right? Like you go too far into the depths of the subconscious when you're sleeping, what happens? You have a nightmare.
yeah, I get what you mean, John. He's talking about
Mhm.
there's three different ones: the Catholic, Orthodox, Protestants.
That is true.
Enoch is canon. in
Depends
the
on what
Ethiopian
denomination you are.
Bible. There's websites you can find translations of where whatever the fuck you want out there.
But I
Enoch's
think a lot
fucking
of these
wild,
things.
Because like Enoch is about so like real quick, Spirit, have you looked into
Mhm.
Enoch a little, like the
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
guy Enoch? So like, correct me if I'm wrong here. This is
I think
what I
there's
know
two,
about
I
Enoch.
think there's two Enochs too.
Enoch shows up in the Bible. He's the father of some fucking people or whatever. I can't rightly remember. It's in Leviticus. I'm sure.
I kind of can't really remember either. Like I
But
said, I think there are also two
Then he
Enochs.
shows up a second time. Or no, he was mentioned a second time. Then he shows up physically for the third time in the Bible. And whenever he does, he is, quote, taken up with God, and God went with him. What the fuck does that mean?
He's the one who had to shield his eyes from seeing God, like in the fiery chariot, right?
Yeah, but also he was also told, or he also in his like Enoch fucking book and shit, he's like, God, while I was fucked up on mushrooms and other psychedelics, God showed me fucking secrets that you wouldn't fucking believe. Basically what he said.
That's what I'm saying that the alphabet is, right? So how do you have those mystical experiences without having to take psilocybin or stay out in the desert for 40 days, standing on one leg? You just use the alphabet.
Hey,
like
Spirit,
if you believe,
can we jump into the lab? And I think John might have access. If not, I can give him access. We can throw John in there.
Yeah, I don't
John,
mind.
do you have a second?
I don't have access. I don't have access to that channel. I can jump in the high stream one.
Jump in the high stream one, and I'll bring you in there.
All right.
Because you're talking about Ethiopian Bibles and shit. All right, John, I just sent you an invite. Hop in here, man. If you can't, then send me a message and I will give you access.
This is something to kind of ask your pastor, maybe, because I don't know like how most Christians feel about this idea that for Jews it's accepted. It's accepted. God gave us Hebrew. God gave us the 22 letters, right? Now you can believe that is real or metaphorical, but my point is that like I don't think Christians think that, even though like that's really like where they have the same roots, is what I'm saying. But like none of them know Hebrew.
The preacher actually does.
Good for him then.
Yeah, he
like,
does.
Good.
He's that's why I really like my preacher. He is fucking dead in the sand when it comes to his like voice, because he's monotone as hell. And I fucking work nights and I do streams at night, and then I go in and I watch him at Sunday, and I try to stay awake because of his fucking monotone. But if I can, he'll teach me some damn fine nuggets. And then afterwards, whenever I'm 1-on-1, I can talk to him easier, you know? And I can see he gets a little bit more excited about the crazy shit that I bring up to him. So like I can kind of 1-on-1 with him, I can kind of bullshit with him. And man, I'm telling you, that guy knows some shit. And I know Spirit knows some shit, and that's also why I brought John here. John.
Yo.
You said something about the Ethiopian Bible I couldn't keep up. Enoch.
So the Ethiopian
canon, what's
Bible, going on? The Enoch is canon in the Ethiopian Bible. The Ethiopian Bible was taken down to Ethiopia from, the Holy Land after Jesus' death, like very shortly after. I think it's like in like 50 AD, if I remember right. And it's the oldest full like Bible that there is, which really interests me because it happened all before, like the Council of Nicaea and all those other councils that happened where they decided, okay, this book yes, this book no. So like it's got all of the shit back then.
That's fucking cool.
So it's very interesting to me because they have like,
do you know?
I think like 20 more books than Catholics do.
Oh, okay, wow. Do you know if it's like Enoch books 1, 2, and 3, and I think 4? There's like 3 or 4 of them. Do you know if it's just the first one or?
I'm not sure. I would imagine it's all of them. I'm gonna look it up real quick because it's curious to me.
Because like that's kind of wild.
No, not at all.
While you're doing that, Spirit, what do you know?
I'm kind of looking at it. I'm kind of looking at it now, and it kind of looks like the Book of Enoch is 5 books.
5 books, Jesus. Okay, I only knew about 3 of them, but I didn't read 3 of them because I'm lazy.
I don't suppose they're very long. These are Bible books. They're not.
It just says Enoch.
It's not like
it doesn't say any numbers, so I'm guessing it's all of it.
Well, what I have is it says the Book of Enoch consists of 5 major sections: the Book of the Watchers, the Book of the Parables of Enoch, the Astronomical Book, the Book of Dream Visions, and the Epistle of Enoch.
I got a picture of
which is what I was kind of saying earlier, that a lot of this stuff is you can interpret it like dream. It's accepted when you read. I think we talked about this one time, Grass, that when you read prophetic literature in like the Bible, whether it's Old Testament or New Testament, you have to put yourself in the identity of the people who are writing it, and they understand that when they're writing it, they're talking about something that has happened, is happening, and is going to happen all at the same time.
Yeah. Fucking wild shit, dude. Yo.
Yeah,
also,
I
Dead Sea Scrolls were decoded by a fucking AI recently. Wonder if I should check into that.
Do they have the whole thing though? Because I know there was a lot of burned stuff in the ones that they found.
Well, it apparently,
so I don't know if they're
I don't
whole.
know how good this is or whatever. It had like predictive AI, and it fucking guessed some of the burned parts. Apparently.
John, what are your thoughts on the Nag Hammadi stuff?
I don't know much about it. I know the Nag Hammadi is like an old code of laws, right?
He is the official story is that they found a cache of scrolls of they're essentially Gnostic texts. It's the Gnostic texts of the Gnostics, and I don't take them seriously. Is kind of what I'm getting at. And so I don't take them seriously.
Interesting. So let me just give you like a brief explanation of my religious journey. I was born into a family with no religion. Like, my dad was raised Catholic. My mom is Jewish, but not like a practicing Jew. And I was not raised with any kind of religion. So I was kind of like a, edgy atheist kid back in the 80s, early 90s. And then somewhere in, I would say like the late 90s, I got into meditation and kind of became pretty spiritual. And then as I started delving into the conspiracies around the world and realizing that, okay, it doesn't matter what you believe, the people who run the world definitely are Luciferians, right?
Oh, probably.
And they definitely push.
They're like the least
against Christianity.
Like they're they're pretty cringe, but like still, yeah, I wouldn't doubt that they are. They're doing some bad things.
It depends on what you mean by Luciferian, but well, some of them are.
The kind of spirit that would like rub his nipples and be like,
not like
yes, let's
Church of
bomb
Satan.
Some sort of brown country.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with Luciferian though?
Well, they like pain and suffering and all that weird shit.
Baal worshippers, all of that stuff. They follow a lot of the old Egyptian stuff, like the.
But that's
secret
not what Luciferianism is.
That's different.
That's Luciferianism. First of all, is kind of a modern day idea. It's
really?
not like
Satanism, no. Satanism is a modern day idea.
Also a modern idea, but Luciferian and Satanism are not the same thing.
Really?
The Church of Satan, yes. Because
the Church of Satan is more like a do as you will, Aleister Crowley,
and Luciferianism.
Kind of
but so is Christianity. Jesus is literally the sun. He's the sun with 12 apostles, the 12 constellations orbiting around him. Like, you can't escape this stuff.
Yeah, that's true. That's
Like he's Mithras. like the cult of Jesus comes from the cult of Mithras. Like he's the sun god who kills the best bull.
Hang on.
Where's Mithras from? What region of the world?
Roman.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of paganism coded into modern day Christianity.
Well, but hold up, because so where I'm coming from, I have a very similar like kind of background as you. As pagan, our reenactments essentially of what the ancient Jews did. So to call it pagan and to call it like demon worship or something, it's God, right? Divine, the devas, the daemons, right? So like anything they don't like, they turn into a demon, but it's all the same thing. It all came from the same. It all came from the same source. That's why I'm saying you gotta learn. I'm not, talking about you specifically, but like people have to learn Hebrew to understand what.
I've actually always been curious about Hebrew. I think also though, I think a lot of, when I say paganism, I mean like old European, what we would now call mythologies.
Yep, and that's essentially
blended into Christianity.
That's essentially what I'm also referring to. But see, I believe that they only became rituals to begin with. So like they all came from the same source.
So you think things like religion?
Yes, because it comes from the alphabet. So I would have to like show you, like a diagram, like
watch the
which
Ray
I think
video.
I'd have to like send it to Grass to like.
No. Watch the Ray video because we covered it with Ray.
No, I'm yeah, but I'm like working on stuff for like my own video now, like where I've got like more like. Here is it. Can I share my screen? Like I don't know if like it's your viewers probably can't see it, but he at least can. Because this will show you what I'm talking about.
Maybe I can do this.
Okay, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Let me see. Hold on a sec. Something happened here that I lost it. I see it.
Okay, can you see what I have up?
Yeah.
So this is the letter A, okay? Alpha, Aleph. It comes from Proto-Hebrew. It's a little ox head, okay? And then that gets turned into like a V with a line through it which that has a whole symbolic meaning there, because it's heaven and it's earth, it's man and it's God, and it's connected by the Vav, and the Vav is a fishhook. That gets adopted by the Greeks. It becomes the Alpha. So what is an Aleph, right? It's the Alpha. So
you have this, like,
what
nice
is
and
the
concise right
bull?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm working on to try to make this like understandable for people.
Hell yeah.
So the Alpha is the top dog, right? Like, so God is the top dog, and so in modern Hebrew, you have the same concept. So you have two yuds and a vav, right? So you have heaven and earth, and they're connected by the vav, which is the fishhook. Before Odin, you're talking about Odin, right? So where does Odin come from? So Odin comes from the Aesir. So the Aesir are the Proto-Germanic gods, okay? And the letter A in Germanic is two yuds and a vav. They get it from the Phoenicians. It's because they're trading with the seafaring Phoenicians. So they are trading cultures, okay? These mystical concepts at the same time. So A is the Alpha. It's the heaven and the earth connected by the line, right? And then that in Norse becomes two yuds connected by a line, and it's called an os. And what's os? It's Odin. So the symbol for Odin is the os,
which is
So-
an A, which is an Aleph,
an A,
which is an Aleph.
Aleph, which is El, which is the god El.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting.
Now,
And you connect this so well.
All you have all people have to do is just follow the alphabet, right? You can't separate like, what am I trying to say? Like it's just understand like how this word came to be. Well, it's the same thing with letters, right? And so if you follow the letters and you follow the ideas that are associated with them and the gods that are associated with them, then they all come from a source, and that source is somewhere in the Sinai Desert. Like,
Oh, I'm curious about that.
well, what do you mean? Do I know it? Like, I know.
Do you know the alphabet and all that? Like the full.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, like I said, like there's mystical ideas to these things. So like some of these things.
also I've done with Spirit tagged like on my stream, because we just end up just talking
Okay.
about it. Like, I'm not trying to like plug my other shit to you
This is
specifically, but like that's literally what we do too. Like every time Spirit comes on, I just kind of bullshit it with him about like, whoa, what about this thing?
no, this is fascinating stuff,
It's
man.
wild, isn't it?
I love it.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. See, that's why
Yeah,
I
it's-
want to. That's why I want to connect people to this stuff, because like when you know where it comes from, it has deep rooted whatever that is, like whatever that concept or idea or being is, it brings you closer to understanding it.
Dude, yeah.
Definitely.
It's fucking
So, do you
wild.
think that there's a literal layer of the Bible? When you read the Bible, do you think there's
I think there are like historical parts of it where they're talking about, oh, we did this battle and we did this thing. Do I think that there was like a Garden of Eden with a man named Adam and Eve? Probably not.
Well, no, I mean, we would all literally be retards if we came from one family, right? that doesn't really make sense, but I mean, I think that could be descriptive of any any how would they survive?
Well, the garden is an idea. The garden is the idea of it's the untainted before
Test stage.
man before man has the concept of. So what is the snake, right? We talked about this before, Grass. The snake represents so like when doctors, what did doctors have a symbol of? They have a symbol with a snake going up
Staff.
the staff, right?
It's a serpent of a staff.
It's
Mhm.
because, and that's always been the symbol of like medicine, of knowledge, right?
There was even one of them on
the
the
It's also DNA.
that thing
Mhm,
you were
right.
mentioning, that fucking previous religion or whatever that John brought up, and then you said no, it's this one. In Roman times, had that same symbol actually a couple of times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Hermes, I think, and like a lot of the Greek and Roman gods carry it, but it represents
Even
knowledge.
in Islam, there's the Kaaba, which is like a rising snake. In all spiritual practices, like Hinduism and Buddhism, you're rising energy through your body,
The
and
Kundalini.
DNA is a double snake, basically intertwined around a stick.
Yeah.
Which is another point that I believe in with all of these things is that there are layers of so as above, so below, right? So as God creates, we also create. And so knowing how God creates and how God created, we can know how to create in our own lives. And just as we know how God is the Father, then we know how to become a father in our own lives, for instance. As the world, as the body of the world is laid out, like our own physical body is laid out, as in that, like we have arteries that act like rivers and things. there's a top of our head and a bottom, like so there's a heaven and an underworld to our own bodies. Like all of these things have like a macrocosm and a microcosm. It's like fractal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, definitely.
And
definitely. I mean, even if you zoom out of a galaxy, it looks like a cell with all the things, or not a cell, an atom with all the electrons moving around and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And so a snake represents wisdom, but wisdom always comes at the cost of chaos. So anytime you know something, you've opened the Pandora's box of knowledge, and you can never put the genie back into the bottle again. Once you've known something, you can't unknow it.
Hey, since
right?
we're
So
on this,
knowledge.
what do you guys think?
I mean, if we're talking about a literal fruit, then I think it could be pomegranate, which is native to the area.
That's what I was
at the time. Which, oddly enough, was also very brain-looking.
Yeah.
Well, it's eat of the tree of knowledge. It's meant to refer to something that's.
So is it the tree of knowledge or the knowledge of good and evil? I'm sorry to interrupt again, Spirit, but it's a
But
question.
the knowledge of good and evil is knowledge.
Just knowledge in general.
Because okay, so once you have known something, you've created chaos, is what I'm saying. Once you have unlocked a knowledge, right? You cannot unknow that thing. You've created chaos. Anytime you create something, you create not that thing. You create the force that is trying to destroy that thing, right? So the process of just knowing, of having any kind of knowledge automatically creates a world of duality. So eating of the tree of knowledge means that man awoke to his duality, right? It's man in the primordial state of again, what we cannot comprehend the idea of the number one, of unity, right? So we have to create an image of, well, there's these people and they're in this garden and everything's great and they don't know anything, and then they eat from this tree and all of a sudden they know things and now everything's bad, right?
Yeah,
it's that there was a primordial point before creation where everything's one, right? And then boom, everything comes into existence, and once it comes into existence, you have the minute it exists, it's duality and the not the thing. So eating of the tree of knowledge is just the idea of duality, and the idea of duality is knowledge equals chaos.
I have a question about some of this stuff. So I am reading up on Gnosticism, watching some videos on it because it also interests me, because one of my conspiracy theories, like this is a personal conspiracy theory, is that the God of the Old Testament acts rather evil, right? He seems not like the good guy.
Yep.
And Gnosticism kind of says that. And I think even in the regular Bible, I could be wrong on this, but I think I've read somewhere in there, it does say that the devil or Satan, or I know they're different entities, but the big evil is the thing that controls this world, and God's realm is outside of here.
Would you like me to explain all of that for you and tie it into Christmas?
Even better, go for it.
Let's fucking go.
So there's a reason for all of that. I think that Gnostics get hung up on like a particular thing, for better or for worse. So it's the idea that unknowable daddy God, the Aleph, right? El, it's Saturn.
Mm-hmm.
It's Saturn. It's Chronos. It's unknowable, unfathomable time itself. And Saturn eats the baby. And that's what they don't like. Is that, yeah, El is also a consuming god. He consumes the baby. He can, like, because that's the way it is.
But
right?
Jesus was the baby to satisfy his hunger?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
Because Jesus is the Lamb of God. And so at Christmas time, because again, these Christmas practices come from what we call pagan practices that come from these same places, right? So in Germany, where my family's from, they do the Krampusnacht thing. So what is Krampusnacht? So it's the night that, you know, Saint what's his name? Santa Claus. Fucking Saint Christopher. Saint Christopher. So Saint Christopher comes to your house and Kris Kringle, right? Kris Kringle knocks on your door and he says, "Have you been a good little boy or girl?" And by the way, he's Saturn. He's Saturn. Santa is Saturn, okay? Saturn goes across the Saturnalia is on December 25th, right? It's the winter solstice practice. Saturn goes across the sky in a sleigh pulled by dragons.
Oh my god, this is awesome. I need to put this in my next Pokemon D&D. Fucking sick. Go on.
So Santa is Saturn, right? And Saint Christopher is Santa. Santa comes to your door. Have you been a good little boy or girl this year? If not, if you've been saying your prayers to Saint Christopher, then you'll get gingerbread and nuts. But if you're lying to Saint Christopher, then he's going to give you.
He'll put you in his fucking copper kettle and drag you over to fucking wherever the fuck and set you ablaze.
What is that telling you? It's telling you Saturn, Daddy God, El, right? If you've been a good little boy or girl and you've been saying your prayers, he'll give you gingerbread and nuts. But if not, he's gonna throw you in the sack and give you because he's got to eat that baby for Christmas.
Well,
and what's the symbol of the new year, right? It's Father Time and Baby New Year. It's Saturn and Jupiter. It's the Father and the Son. It's the Son has to be sacrificed to make the resurrection.
That's interesting. Well, in Saturn, Satan is the adversary, right? That's what the actual translation of the word.
Satan.
Satan, Saturn, Santa are all kind of similarly worded or spelled, right?
Satan is a different idea, though. Satan is like a force, right? And but you could tie it in. It's the same idea, right? So hang on. So it's the idea that it's God. God is also the devil. Like that's what it's trying to tell you, right? Is that like the same God that is like the benevolent father God is also like the evil, devil God. And Hasatan, what it means is it's the accuser. So when you die and you go to the pearly gates or whatever, there's like a trial, right? And you're on trial, and the prosecution, that's Hasatan, and he's gonna go, I saw him do this and he did this, Your Honor. And so you can look at that as like that's the judge part. Again, have you been a good little boy or girl this year? If so, you'll get into heaven. If not, then you'll have a eternal damnation. That same force that creates also destroys.
Yeah, definitely. Another thing is though, so the word Satan the Shaitan mean the adversary.
The accuser.
And in astrology, Saturn is representative of your challenges in life. So your adversary, effectively. So do you think that ties in as well?
There's definitely overlap with all of these things. They're all trying to get at similar ideas, right?
So the fucking Futurama
like I said,
priest isn't too far off then. When he goes up on his podium.
What does the Futurama priest do?
Oh my god. He goes up on his podium, he's all like fucking got all the symbols on his jacket, right? Because the world governments and stuff have come together, the world religions have all come together. So like in the world of Futurama, it's a world government and it's a world religion, but everybody's world religion is literally everything mixed
combined
together. Yeah. That's fucking nuts, Spirit. That's nuts. Because when you said that, John, about the fucking astrology stuff, I was like, oh fuck. Now all the bitches with rocks and fucking the retrogrades and shit, all that shit's legitimate now. Thanks, John. Now it's canon.
Well, you know, astrology has always fascinated me quite a bit. And then I had one ex who was like really, really into it.
Oh no.
So I started reading up on it. I think there's some basis. I'm not saying like you should live your life based on the star. No, but I think there's definitely some
basis of
there's some
reality
merit
to
to
it.
looking at the stars and knowing what the fuck is going on. I get you.
All of this stuff that I'm talking about too, like the bull, the snake, the dragon, like those all have analogs in constellations, for instance, and I'm sure that there are star maps hidden within the alphabet that is like over my head, right? Because that's what I'm saying is like some of these little pictograms are so deep you'll never understand them in your entire life.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Yeah, the bull, what did you say? The bull, the snake, the dragon, those are all Chinese astrology stars, which is lunar astrology.
Well, no, Taurus the bull, Draco the dragon, what is it? What's the snake? See, I don't even.
Dragon doesn't have a Western astrology.
No, Draco.
They're in Western astrology. There's Pisces, Taurus, Aquarius, Aries.
Draco's a large constellation representing a dragon. Notable for its shape.
Which sign is it in?
Minor.
Which sign is that one in astrology?
Well, I don't think it's like in the 12 astrological symbols, but it's a constellation.
Gotcha. Okay.
Just like Orion is a constellation, but it's not in astrology, right? And Orion represents the warrior killing the dragon, and that's like another motif that keeps getting repeated. The god of the Bible, right? Hashem, like kills the Leviathan. Marduk kills Tiamat. Hercules kills the Hydra. It's like it's a repeating idea of the dragon or the serpent is the chaos serpent, and the warrior god has to slay him to create the world. And that at the end of the world, he'll fight the Chaos Serpent again, and he and the Chaos Serpent, they'll die together, and that will bring the new. That's Ragnarok.
Yeah. I actually know quite a bit of Norse mythology because when I was a kid and I was like a D&D nerd, I don't know, Norse mythology just like grabbed my attention. It was so cool. But yeah, what was the snake? Yggdrasil, is that the snake's name, or is that the tree?
Are you talking about the constellation?
No, in Norse mythology.
Oh, there's several serpents in Norse mythology. There's one that's around the tree, and I know I showed Grass that picture, but like the basically to back up my whole thesis here, the Norse tree of life you're familiar with?
Yeah.
It's the same thing as the ancient Israelite cosmology.
Oh, right, the fucking world map or whatever the fuck.
They both even have the chaos dragon around the pillars of the earth, right? And the Norse the Norse representation has the two pillars of the red and the blue pillar that are raining down fire and water, and that is related to Chesed and Gevurah. It's the left and right hand of God that are raining down mercy and vengeance. Again, it's that God is the giver and he's the destructor. He's Santa Claus and he's the devil.
Yeah. That's fucking crazy.
Isn't it?
Nah, not crazy. Calling you crazy. I'm saying this
not the spirit's crazy, but all of this shit is fucking wild.
Yeah. How it all connects is insane.
Well, that's honestly why I want people to know about this, because I don't please don't take anything I say personally, because like I ultimately want people to understand some of this stuff better, because people just generally don't know a lot of this stuff, and I think knowing where this stuff comes from, it brings you closer, like I said before, to whatever your innate belief system is, whether that's Christianity or something else. I think it brings you closer to know more about that. Like fuck, like I'm worshiping the same God that killed this dragon. You know, he killed the dragon and he made the world from its bone. That's badass, you know.
Yeah, no, I'm a seeker of knowledge always. Like even if I disagree with what's being presented, which I'm not saying I do, but like just for reference, like even if I disagree with what's being presented, I want to know stuff.
Totally.
You know,
same.
So like I don't take any of that shit personal. Huh?
Yeah.
100%, John.
What'd you say, Grass?
100%.
Oh yeah, no, definitely, yeah.
Well, there's a lot of I think modern day, because of again a lot of cultural propaganda. There's the idea that Baal is evil, and that the bull gods are evil, and that kind of stuff. And really, the more you look at it, it's like, no, they're the same stories, and that Jupiter, like Baal Hadad, is Jupiter. Baal means Lord, right? And so like in the Bible, when they say Lord God, it's Baal Elohim, right? When in even today, if you are Jewish, and the word for husband is Baal, which is pretty base when you think about it, that your wife's calling you my lord, you know. But right, that's what I want people. And again, God, it's saying this house, this world belongs to God.
Oh, King Yeti's in the chat
What's,
talking about weed. Fucking love apples and bananas.
So Baal means Lord, right? It's
Nana.
Bet El, the house of El. So this house belongs to El. He's the Lord of this house.
Yeah.
What I have a question. How do you interpret the Tower of Babylon? The story of where all the languages got separated.
I think there's something to it because of all of the stuff I'm talking about with the alphabet. There's clearly, and now I just pointed all this out to you, right? And I'm just some dumb on the internet, right? And if I can figure this out, why can't people in academia figure this out, right? There's clearly obfuscation to keep you from knowing about this stuff, right? Because
definitely. Well, I think a lot of academia also doesn't really view religion as something worth, you know, like a lot of academia is very atheist, right?
Well, because they're reading it, because I think that that's the problem of reading those things literally. If you're thinking, well, when did they build the Tower of Babel, right? Well, if you're looking for the physical Tower of Babel, it probably doesn't exist, right? It's an idea. Right, or it's this thing that happened so in antediluvian prehistory that we don't remember any of the reality of what actually happened. It's more about like I'm saying, there was a time when people seem to have the same language hidden in these little pictograms, right? And how do you pass on this knowledge after the flood? You give people little pictures, because like even a dummy can drop a, right?
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? Does it,
for signing.
So like I think there's something there to it. I think that it's consider this, right? We're talking about the A being a bull. They're like monster bulls. They're these prehistoric bulls that are now extinct because we only have like domesticated cattle now. But but when they're talking about God is the bull, right? It's right, an auroch, because it had magical powers. It's this massive monster bull. Well, when did man civilizations? So you got to think, this stuff goes back at least that far.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
That's wild.
That's kind of wild.
That's wild. That's so.
How long have you been studying this stuff?
All my life, basically.
You seem to have a very in-depth grasp of it.
Yeah, he has a deep knowledge. I'm like, what the fuck? Like every time, like, and it's fucking wild too, because like, I'll just ask Spirit something random that I know that's in the Bible or whatever that catches my interest, and he's just like, well, yeah, because of this, that, and the other. I'm like, what is the other? What is that thing that you just said? Then we go and fucking talk for like 45 minutes about it.
Yeah, dude.
That's fucking awesome.
Because I want more people to know about this, because I hesitate to say it. In God, like even if you don't believe that there's like a daddy bearded man in the sky, I kind of don't either, right? That's not the point. It teaches you God the Father, how to be a father in your own life, how to be a creator in your own life.
Some stuff.
Sure, it's just easy for people to comprehend.
It's like, I think it's like a stupid word, not just because of the spelling or none of that, but just like it's humans trying to define in words something that is clearly beyond all of our comprehension on every level. And it's kind of, in a way, blasphemous, you know?
Well, and I think that's why people got away from the like so-called idol worship, and why maybe some of this stuff fell by the wayside, because they're like, that's not inconceivable, intangible, one God, so therefore it's evil. And I think that's a real extremist view of all of it, right?
If there is a God, right? God as in a creator energy, creator force, intelligent designer of everything around us, it would have multifacets to it, wouldn't it?
Sure. Well, and he would also be in the bad things. Is my point too. The problem with people the problem with like the Gnostics, for instance, of seeing God as bad, evil Saturn, right, is because Saturn eats the baby. It's that Saturn he creates and he gives you time immemorial itself, but he eats the baby, right? Like it's that he gives you, he's Santa, God. You also have to accept the duality of the opposite, that you can be thrown in a sack and taken to Moorish Spain and sold to the Moorish slave traders.
Well, yeah, but like literally, think about what he's asking though. He's literally just going, hey man, love me, and know that what I want is the best for you, and to go through my path, because my way is the way. And then he starts walking off, because like he's just like, hey man, you got free will. If you want to stick your tongue in electrical sockets, you could do that, man. But I'm gonna be over here, as he walks away.
So,
you know, like that's what it kind of feels like. And it's like, that seems like a dad though. Like you don't want to take away agency from your child. You want to make sure that they can grow up and be able to fucking make their own mistakes and do all this other shit. But in the end, you want them to go the path that you set them on, because you're dad. You want to make sure that they fucking grow up right. They don't fuck up too much.
You have to use a stern hand.
You know what I mean?
And like I said to you before, why do Catholics pray to Mother Mary? Because when you crash the car, do you go to your mom or do you go to your dad, right? If unknowable daddy Bull L God is in his study and he's busy with something, you're not gonna bother him, right? You go to mom, you go to Mother Mary and you say, Mom, I crashed the car. Okay, look, don't tell your dad or he will flip out and he will flood the world, okay?
Right.
I will go tell him. And that's the whole idea of Catholicism, is you pray to the mom, because mom will tell dad. Because
wild.
unknowable dad God is in his study. He's Saturn. He's busy with time stuff. Like he's
babies at the end of the year and such.
Yeah, right. He's getting pretty hungry trying to eat. It's getting near Christmas again. He's got to eat that baby at winter solstice to make the time go round, right? So he's busy. I'm not gonna bother you. You know, don't bother him. I'll tell him to crash the car, you know?
Right. That's fucking, it's crazy how it all connects.
And I went back into my notes to find this because I knew you'd appreciate this too. So Mark 12:29, and Jesus answered him and said, the first of all the commandments is, hear, O Israel, the Lord our God is one. And what is the daily prayer of Jews? Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. The Lord your God, the Lord is one. He's one. He's the number one. He's the Alpha Shepherd. He's El.
Wow.
Yo. What? Yeah.
He's the Aleph. He's the number one. He's the letter A and the number one. He's the
fucking
top
King
shepherd.
Dick, homie.
Yep, exactly. He's got the biggest lamed. He's carrying the biggest walking
You
stick.
shall not crash the car. You shall not fuck people in the car. You shall not fucking shoot somebody whilst in the car. Oh, fuck.
But so does that answer your question now about the Gnostics and Saturn and all that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I'm only surface level in my investigation on Gnosticism, but yeah, it definitely puts a lot into perspective for sure.
I think you'll find, like, if you come at it from that perspective, you'll see that Gnostics are the emos of the biblical world. They're like, oh, why does God have to do bad stuff though? Like, oh, we just get old and we die, and like I have to get up and eat and take a shit. This is awful. Like that's pretty much what they believe.
Medicare check.
That's pretty much what they believe. And the whole concept is like, yeah, but God is, he gives you the good things, but he gives you the bad things too. Like you have to take both.
He wants you
right?
to yoke yourself up to him.
Yep.
He wants
and what is the yoke?
Fucking
and
work.
What do you yoke? And what do you yoke? And the bull, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
the thing too.
And that's
the thing that also fucking threw me off. I was like, God, what the fuck, Spirit? You bringing up shit? It's connected too much.
that's what the Vav is in Aleph, right? So, like I said before, all of the different forms of A are two yuds and a Vav, right? Even the way that we write it in Latin is like a V with a line connecting it, right? So there's 2 points that are connected with the line. The line is the Vav. That's the yoke. So it's the yoke between the two heads of the cattle, because you have the alpha bull, right? And then the shitty bull, and the shitty bull gets trained by the alpha bull, and the alpha bull is the head shepherd. It's El. So like you yoke yourself to God because he's the alpha shepherd. He's the bigger bull. You're the shitty bull.
Yep. You got to learn how to fucking bull, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got to become a more alpha bull.
That's the thing, dude. I started getting a little bit more into being like, Okay, so I've been married for 10 years, and we've been going to the same church for 10 years, and she's been going to this church since she was a kid, and it's like thing, and you have to learn how to be a good husband, and there's a whole fucking thing in the Bible about being a good husband. Don't watch out, bitches, because there's also one about being a good wife. But there's also shit about being a good dad in there, man. Like, and I didn't know there was so much about that in the Bible. You know, like I thought it was just about like weird ass fucking old stories about like, you know, some dude collecting some animals and shit, and he'd be fucking ready for a flood and whatnot. Like, I didn't know it was all this fucking crazy shit that Spirit's bringing up. And to be honest, Spirit, thank you, because you've brought me closer to God, and it's fucking awesome. And it's kind of
that's awesome to hear. I'm kind of glad to hear that. Like, no lie, dude. I mean, that's what I want to do. Like, I want people to understand this stuff better, because it's not good enough to just say, oh, you know, I've accepted Christ into my heart, and now I'm good. You know, I'm good to go. Yeah,
that's not how that shit works. Yeah.
No, you are Christ. You're the best.
And that's not good.
No. But you are Christ. You're the best son. You are the best bull. And what do you what happens to the best bull? The best bull gets killed. You have to sacrifice yourself to become transformed. You have to go down into the depths of the abyss, into the waters of the deep for 40 days and 40 nights and come out transformed. What do you do in a baptism? You go into the water and you come out transformed.
Yeah.
And it's not good enough to just have a physical baptism if it means nothing to you spiritually and psychologically.
Yep. You
are Jesus. You have to be crucified. Go be baptized in the waters of chaos. Fight.
Yeah, man. I definitely am going to be watching your videos. They're long as shit, I saw.
I go for a long time, but I talk about a lot of different stuff. Hey, you want to know? I was gonna say this one to you also, Grass. So Orthodox Jews don't say, like, it's kind of taboo to say the 4-letter name of God, the Tetragrammaton, right? And so in the place of that, they say Adonai or Hashem, and Hashem means the name, right? So so what is a name? It's a Shem, right? So a Shem is SM. It's a Shin Mem. So Shin is fire. So S is the fire. So fire, what does fire do? It destroys things, right? But it turns it into something new. So it's the fire of creation. It destroys something, but it creates something new, right? And what is water? Water is the unknown. It's the chaos, right? So what does a name do? It destroys the unknown. Now you've destroyed the unknown and you've given it a name, right? And so if God is Hashem, if he's the name, what does God do? He destroys ignorance. He destroys the unknowing, right?
Damn.
What do they symbolize, like in Eastern, Hindu Buddhist, the flaming sword that cuts down ignorance, right? Well, that's what Hashem does. He cuts through, he burns through ignorance.
You're getting my what?
Getting your Rumble link here. At least the
video that cool.
we did or something.
Appreciate it.
Trying to find it. How many followers do you have on
that's
Rumble?
the other.
Like 25. Hold on.
That way.
I'll drop the link now. Give me 1 sec. I'm the third rail. I'm dropping it in the chat now.
It's not just called John Teeter, it's called Third Rail. Duh, that's why I wasn't finding it.
Oh, well, John Teeter is a fucking guy who came out on Coast to Coast AM claiming to be a time traveler. I heard that story like in 04, 05 was when I first got acquainted with it, and it just resonated with me, and I saw
fucking time travel. Let's go.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to watch any of your stuff yet, but I am subbed to your channel.
Hey, go check him out.
Oh, sweet.
I threw his
Yeah,
Rumble
I've been on hiatus for a long fucking
YouTube
time.
chat. Go check him out, guys.
I've been on hiatus for a long time. I'm actually redoing my whole OBS right now, and it's depressing. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm a cartoon, dude. I had to redo everything. It was bad.
Bro, why do you think I don't want to like do this to like upbeat jazz music like I do on my normal
you
show,
gotta
you know?
Get a whole new.
So I gotta like
sound bed
program.
and
I gotta
everything.
program new music. I gotta program a new background scene. You know, I gotta have like a whole new thing because it's basically a different. It would basically be a different show.
Yeah.
Like, it would basically.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do it live or are you gonna do it recorded?
I haven't made up my mind about that yet because like part of me is just fuck it, we'll do it live. But
Dude,
like,
do
but
it
also
live,
I
'cause
know
you seem to go on a fucking like at least here. If it's more comfortable for me to come on for the first couple, I will come on if you need me to. But like, fucking do it live if you need to, man. Like, I think it would be just fine if you did it live. Because like,
Yeah,
you
honestly,
put-
I do it live just because editing is a daunting task.
That
yeah, that's
too.
kind of what I do.
I'm good at it, but I hate it.
that too, and also Spirit,
So-
you could go on for 4 hours and then just talk about it and go fucking off.
Well, and that's what I don't.
and I
well,
know
that's what
also
I actually
too,
don't want to
you-
do.
I know also though too, while you're doing that though, you do put respect to it. You fucking do
Exactly, and that's
have
why I
good
don't want to
respect
go
it.
for 4 hours. I want to truncate it and cut it off around 2 hours, and then you know whatever we don't cover after that, we'll hit up in another episode. You know,
Yeah.
and I think that's because inundate people with information as usual.
Yeah.
So I do this. By the way, I also need to get ready for JFK Day because that's also coming up, and
Oh fuck.
need to do. Yeah. So, you know what? While I'm on that topic, I haven't started on it yet, but I know what I'm doing this year is I'm going to talk about the improbable story of it's
Dude,
just gonna
I
be
love listening to your shit while I'm at work. That's why I'm usually quiet in your
Uh-huh.
chat, by the way. Like, I'll just be at work
no, it's all good.
and I'm redo my OBS. But, dude, kick ass show on Moose Heaven. Keep it up, and I'm excited about GFK
Thanks, man.
now. Like,
Yeah, man.
never thought I'd say that.
It's
government coup. Let's go.
oh, dude. Have you ever seen one of my JFK streams before? Because I go like all
I
out
think
on
I've
those.
seen. It wasn't JFK. There was something else you covered.
Yeah, I did, and that got
Yeah.
taken down.
Oh yeah, it did. Ah, god damn it! Fucking Ray got a strike today, dude. I showed up in his chat.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, he
You know,
did.
it's just like, oh hey, he's watching watch Space King. I was like, probably shouldn't watch too much of that. And I got ready to get in the chat because I was cooking.
Yeah, I was thinking that
And
too.
I was getting ready to get in the chat, and I was like, oh no!
Oswald, like why the whole Lee Harvey Oswald story just kind of makes no sense. It's just full of like weird, you know.
Oh, what?
Like at one point,
What?
Okay,
it
I don't
always
know
comes
anything
back
about
to
that.
it always comes back to doll babies, doesn't it?
What the fuck?
On my show, Moose Heaven. I just kind of enjoy hanging out with you guys, like the chat and everybody. And so for me, it's just kind of like hanging out with you guys and watching shit, and you know, I'm just showing you some shit that I found this week, you know.
Right.
But that's why I want a different vibe for this other stuff, because I'm like, this is not that. This is not
This
just
is
hanging
knowledge.
out,
Fact, yeah.
shooting the shit. It's like, this is for the hardcore people. Frankly, make a transformation in their life, like to kind of understand some of this stuff, you know.
Yeah.
The transformation in my own life to also it's just like any kind of spiritual dialogue, right? It to have like when you might know better than me, Grass, like there's a line in the Bible about like when there are more than 2 or 3 people in a room or something.
I don't know.
What's the line?
Is it something about like
something
they need to talk
about, like,
Jesus or something? Like I don't know. I honestly
There's something
don't know.
about like if people are in that like their prayers are, I don't know.
Oh,
I have no idea.
all right. Well, sorry.
Because I'm not like a New Testament guy. Okay, I found it. It's again, I tell you that if two of you on earth agree about anything you pray for, it will be done for you by my Father in heaven. For where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, there I am with them.
Oh yeah. That's like about being like the church is everywhere, and God loves this shit right here that we're doing right now. God fucking loves this shit. God is about it. He's about people coming together, talking about God, talking about how all this shit works. God fucking loves that.
For sure.
Well, and that's
Definitely.
why I like talking to you, because it's like having an interfaith dialogue. It's like, you know, we come from different places, but like we rest on the same point, you know.
Yeah, and also, and this sounds a little silly or whatever, but that's kind of why I show up and kill 2 hours with me and talk about some crazy shit. I'm so fucking in. I got my pipe, I'll smoke some weed, fucking hang out, talk about some wild shit with some people. Like, John, you said something about the Midnight in the Desert. I fucking love Midnight in the Desert, homie. That shit ruled.
Midnight in the Desert.
Fuck yeah.
What's that?
Oh, was it Spirit that said it? Somebody said
Was it-
Midnight in the Desert earlier. Fucking. Oh
Are you
my
talking about
God.
the Art Bell?
Art
show?
Bell is fucking awesome. He would have on everybody.
yeah, the Coast to Coast AM.
Yes.
Oh, I think I said something about it on stream like a couple nights ago.
Oh fuck. God damn it. It was in my head because I watched Midnight. Okay, so like I YouTube once, and I just binged the fuck out of some Art Bell for like ever. It was a bunch of weird. Oh, we got fucking goosebumps over here. We got story on there, but it was also after I had like read up on John Teeter a little bit. John Teeter's a wild one.
This is gonna
Yeah.
sound super hipster, this story, but I assure you it's true. So at that time, I was driving 6 Nova, a Chevy Nova. I had a white Chevy Nova with pea green interior. If you've seen Pulp Fiction, it's the car that they're driving in Pulp Fiction. Like, it's literally the same car.
Nice.
And I would get off from work very late at that time, and I would be coming home from work, and it only had AM radio, so I would catch Art Bell on AM radio,
yeah.
coming home from work like late at night, and you know, driving through the middle of nowhere with it like kind of cutting in and out, and it's like the best.
Fuck yeah, dude. He keeps you awake too, dude. Because he's just like, gets a call and he's like, all right, we have somebody on the line. What are they? What color are they? You know, he's just like real calm about it and shit. He's like, brings on anybody, asks some fucking questions. And at the end, he's just like, hey, man, I believe some of your story. I don't believe some of your story. I don't know, man. You know? And he sends them on their fucking crazy ass way.
Yeah. Fucking Art Bell was great.
Oh, yeah, dude.
George Norrie was great too.
Who?
I was never
He was
into
the guy that,
Nori as much.
He was more on the conspiracy side and also like a lot
George
on
who?
the supernatural side. George Norrie, he's the one that took over Coast to Coast
Okay.
as the main guy.
It's when it also kind of got more mainstreamy.
Oh, okay. I might check him out though.
Yeah, it definitely did. Art Bell would still come on after George Norrie was like the more main guy some nights, but he kind of slowed down his involvement. And George Norrie was like the more main guy after that. But good stuff. I fucking love that show.
Hell yeah, dude. Seen an alien? Let me know. I'll get high and listen to your story.
One of the funny ones he had, and it was like a recurring theme that they would do on the show was like the night hag. Did you ever hear that one? Yeah, it could be. It was basically their explanation for sleep paralysis is like there's this creature, the night hag, that would like jump on top of you and.
Oh, that's
sure,
like
yeah.
an Irish folklore too.
It's in a lot of like
Yeah.
it's the succubus.
Yeah. Fucking
Basically,
succubus.
yeah.
There, it's fucking crazy too. When I was little, my parents were like, "Oh yeah, man. Whenever somebody gets ready to die, you'll hear howl." You know, they're like,
Yeah.
If you mean agonal breathing,
no, like the fucking the banshee will yell just before somebody dies. And that is a fucking folklore thing too, right? And now that I'm an adult and I looked into it, that I found out that is a folklore thing. But it's kind of fucked up because yesterday I was playing tabletop Fallout like I do every Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm.
And one of the characters in the game let out a blood. How fucking
Wow.
crazy is that shit?
Wow, that's rough.
Like I'm not trying to say all folklore is real. I looked into folklore because I was making a Pokemon tabletop game and I was trying to find cool characters and shit to do and fucking Pokemon to make and whatnot. But that Banshee thing will stick to me forever, man, because it's happened too many fucking times. It's not right. It's fucked up. I want to see this creature and I want to slit its fucking throat.
You should definitely do that if you see it.
Oh, yeah. I'm sufficiently baked. We have talked about the alphabet and religions.
we usually
you put it-
No, and that's the thing.
No, we totally did.
I don't know
It's
how to
hilarious, but
describe
just
it
the-
besides that, you know, because like he fucking described fucking beta holds the child, you know, and you know the alpha puts the child into the beta.
Yeah, because what is the but that's what it is. It's
true.
have all this science, right? And we can tell you all these things, and why does it like have like almost a consciousness of its do that? No, it just does it by its own volition. What drives it to do that? And then when it meets the egg, it makes a baby. Like it creates. What is that? And what is that?
It's
what they think.
haven't fucking described. There's a miraculous pussies have
We didn't even tell him about B. Yeah. So alpha, right? So
Mhm.
A is alpha,
I gotta
B
take a piss then if you're gonna
is
do that.
bet is beta. And in pregnant belly. And even when the dot in the pregnant belly, it's a B, right? Is a biot. It's a house, right? And so you have A and B.
Makes sense. Definitely makes sense. And the beta is subservient to the alpha.
Exactly. Well, that was what he was saying. He was like, after talking to Spirit, that's my whole thing is that you can tell you what to do. It's like it already tells you, right? Like all the things you need to know about life.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely going to be watching. I'm going to be binging all of your shows now.
Appreciate it. Yeah, appreciate
They're
it.
fucking, you have very good insight. Anyone else? I mean, I know that there's like the numerologists who link in the old Hebrew letters, and there's definitely people who talk about never seeing someone take it to the religion thing like you've tied it in.
Mhm.
And it's really just fascinating.
It makes too much sense, doesn't it, John? How the fuck does this make so much sense? And how did
All hidden in the LK stuff, Grass.
got it, but like at work, right? Gotta switch up the music. It died on me. I forgot what I was talking.
If I had talked to you about my JFK.
There was a guy. Okay, so Master Custodian already on the fucking stream I did with Ryan Harkness, and I felt I work with a bunch of older folks. I called him a tree person. He was the nicest fucking guy, but he was super. This other fucking guy shitting about guns and all this other stuff. Eventually, we talked about JFK, and I was like, "Wasn't he a Democrat?" And he's like, "He was a communist."
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, "Fuck North," and he's like, "Yeah, it's weird because he." Whenever he did the thing, my big.
Can I use that as a launching platform? Because that's a really good launching platform for me to come in.
Go for it.
So I can add something to it, or I have like a different spin on it. I'm not going to cover something that like someone else has already covered like much better than me, right? Talking about, right? One of those is the JFK thing in a multitude of ways, but the primary one being that most of them who are like hippie boomers, so
he was literally Woodstock hippie boomer.
Who, JFK?
No, the guy.
No, the guy
that
on
I
the job,
talked
I
to at
think,
work.
is what he's talking about.
Oh. Well, there you go. Popular take that I think most people have is, well, JFK, he was trying to end the war in Vietnam, and so the CIA killed him with Lyndon Baines Johnson so that they could make more money and escalate the Vietnam War, and that's basically the narrative that like most people run with, and I think everything about that is wrong. Everything in that statement is a non-truth.
So I just found a super based fucking boomer then. Cool.
Yeah, because most people think that he was really
Solid.
fucking awesome, and he was trying to end the war in Vietnam, and he's the one who started it.
Well, think
Like,
about
fuck you. He was trying to end the war in Vietnam.
fuck
He had
Vietnam. They shot his ass because he wanted.
I haven't even heard that one.
No, that's also like a debunked one, and I only haven't covered it because there's other people who've covered that one better than I could. But no, that's not the truth either. That if you look into
Executive
what that
order
whole
11110.
yeah, right. If you look into that, what it actually was it actually gave the Federal Reserve more control over printing money. So no, that's not what he was shot for. He was shot for we have a Chinese spy base in Cuba today, thanks to JFK.
Oh.
That's why JFK got killed, and he fucking had it coming.
What do you mean we have a Chinese spy base there?
Because the CIA wanted to take Cuba and overthrow Fidel Castro, and they sunk a lot of money, a lot of time.
They even tried to make fake cigars.
Whose time? Whose time? Whose money? The mob. Okay, and the mob is pouring a lot of money and time into the CIA operation to take back Cuba. And
right, because they wanted the casinos back.
Exactly. You got it. And so so JFK royally fucks up during the Bay of Pigs invasion. They're basically all captured or killed, and they blame him for not carrying out airstrikes.
Well, there's the whole Cuban thing. He was supposed to back the Cuban exiles who were going there. He had promised to back them with airstrikes, and he didn't. And that's one of two reasons why Cubans are main. I'm half Cuban. That's my other half. Mm-hmm. And I live in Miami, so I've grown up hearing all the stories. But that's for a Democrat ever. One is Kennedy, and two is because now they're like on the verge of bordering communism, basically.
Right.
Like
it's the reason that we have a Chinese spy base in Cuba now is because Kennedy fucked up in the Bay of Pigs, and if the CIA had just been let to do their thing, they would have taken over Cuba.
Okay, but would it have
Yeah,
been a
it's
new
not
state?
good.
And also, why the fuck do we want our intelligence
No, they would have just put no, they would
in front?
They would have just put a puppet in to
Yeah,
run
but
it.
why do we want to do
Yeah.
that, man? Like, why are we doing that? Why do we have
because
to have puppet
that's what
dictatorships and
because-
shit?
do.
because you can
Gay.
because it's
Globalism's
generating no, it's not, because if you don't globalize, then you don't have resources.
But that's the thing, though. You
would
can
not
do
have rubber
global
for
trade, but you don't have to fucking
no,
globalize.
spreading.
How?
You don't want
How the
you
fuck
don't
would it
want to
spread,
overthrow a communist country that hates you and wants to kill you.
Motherfucker.
Your lawn, like they're on your lawn every day, like you know what I'm talking about.
My take on it is a little different.
That's kind of fair.
I don't care if other countries in our hemisphere decide to fucking be communist, but the minute Russia started moving missiles there, we should have blasted them out of existence.
Yep.
Because that's Monroe Doctrine, and no other country should have a base in our hemisphere.
Yep.
Period.
And that's the other thing, Grass, is like,
And I'm like the biggest anti-war guy ever. So
you can't let
Russia on our border. No.
Yep.
That's
like, would you
completely
want
fair.
China putting missiles? Would you want China putting missiles in Cuba right
No,
now?
but
If
the
they did, we should
alternative is
blast
that
them out
we
of
can
the-
literally
out of the
just blanket the whole
existence.
place with fucking missiles and just be like, don't anybody ever try nothing ever. The missiles are here to make sure that fun is being
Well-
had.
He's dead.
At that time, he should have definitely done that. But I mean, I feel like there's a lot of obfuscation about Kennedy, who probably teamed up to make it happen. For instance, with Kennedy, like, there's the Cubans who wanted him dead, and the mob for that same reason.
Right.
Then-
basically the same entity at that point in time.
Then there's Israel, because he was coming after their after AIPAC, wanting them to register as a foreign lobby. Plus
It's
the nukes.
not just that. Cuba is also tied to Israel. So the
They
point
are
that
how?
because
I didn't know that.
So, all of the casinos, right? It's all being embezzled into like Meyer Lansky's pockets, right? To go into an account that is run by a Liberian bank that's owned by a guy named Tiber Rosenbaum. So who's Tiber Rosenbaum? He's basically the Mossad before the Mossad.
Right. I know that the mob was helping Jewish people get guns over there and weapons over there to blast the Palestinians.
90% of the arms transfers were paid for by the casinos.
Which is another
that recording is heavily edited, and
it is.
Yeah, they frequently edit that to make it sound like he's talking about something that he's not. It's one of those. Yeah, it's one of those often repeated boomer conspiracies about Kennedy that I
Hold on. Hang on.
Is there any?
I listened to the fucking actual fucking
version of that
CPAC
still?
version of that. You're telling me that one's fucking edited?
What are you talking about?
You know, the C-SPAN.
I couldn't hear the first part
The
of what you
C-SPAN
said.
version of the fucking.
Which are you talking
The
about? The
secrecy
same one
and
that
all
he's
this
talking
other
about?
stuff.
That,
It
that
was
is-
part of a different speech, right? And C-SPAN has it. I don't think it was edited. There was no cuts in my. So he says in that.
I gotta watch that whole speech then.
I'm pretty sure in that he says something along the lines of the secrets. Pretty sure.
People
I'm
take
gonna have
that.
to watch that.
I think people take that. It's been years since I've seen it, but people take that speech to mean an awful lot more than it is.
C-SPAN does have archives of old speeches and shit. I've watched fucking Teddy Roosevelt speeches on there and shit.
There's no. I'm pretty sure there's only audio for that speech.
Yes. It's just a picture of him, and it's like C-SPAN's YouTube channel. They have all the speeches and shit archived. And also Archive has him too.
My point being though, if you understood what the context of what he's talking about, I don't think it would be so mysterious.
I mean, it's
I'll have to rewatch it because it's been years and years and years.
It's also talking about conspiracies. It's like all this Freemason Illuminati stuff is, again, dude, who you want to tie this back to JFK? Who invented the Illuminati? It was Kerry Thornley, who was a body double for Lee Harvey disinformation, and they wrote to Playboy magazine to create the Illuminati, which was a defunct German secret society magazine.
Did she show her tits?
That's interesting. I hadn't heard that.
Like, all of that stuff is obfuscation.
Is it
Yeah.
K-A-R-I-E?
Kerry, Kerry Thornley. He was in. So I'll talk about this this Lee Harvey Oswald thing, but he was in the army with Lee Harvey Oswald. He wrote a book about Lee Harvey Oswald. Like, he basically so what I believe that Kerry Thornley did is that the things that you know about
Barry
Lee Harvey
Lyndon
Oswald, yes, that's the guy. So a portion of what you know about Lee Harvey Oswald is just Kerry Thornley. That's Kerry Thornley's life. He's telling the Warren Commission about him. When he's talking about Lee Harvey Oswald, oh, did this, no, I did this. He did that thing from the CIA.
One of his pen names was Lord Omar Khayyam Ravenhurst Zin. That last part sounds like a Chinaman. What's going on here? Okay, then. I don't know what kind of number 5 special that is, but I guess we'll move on.
So who do you think killed him, actually? I don't think you think it's Oswald, do you? Like, the magic bullet theory is kind of bullshit, right?
Like, who pulled the trigger?
Yeah.
All of them.
Mob, was it?
It's all of them, because they're all the same entity at that time period. The Cuban exiles, the CIA, the mob, aspects of the Israeli deep state. They're all linked together. They're all, like, basically tied together.
Oh yeah, everything.
Two of them, and they have the magic bullet and shit.
Well, basically, Jimmy Hoffa can do what. And then you've got all these mobsters who also hate him. They all like have they all share lawyers with Jimmy Hoffa. And then, like, they're hanging out with, like, all these CIA weirdos who are, like, hanging out with, like, quote unquote Lee Harvey Oswald. But that's the, like, $1 million question. Like, is Harvey Oswald ever fucking existed? I think he's an amalgam. Well, they arrested
people.
Yes, exactly. Like,
okay.
You really know is just that they arrested some guy, right?
You're saying almost like the guy that done the Charlie Kirk deal.
Thing you know about him, somebody told you. He's a communist and he went to Russia and he murdered this Russian.
Yeah.
Impersonating him, like setting him up in Dallas beforehand. So Kerry Thornley is a bearded beatnik, right? And Oswald, and he was shooting his gun, talking about how he's gonna kill the president.
It's going up and down the streets.
Commie sympathizer, right?
Yeah, you were.
Even that may have been a whole. So I have a theory about that. So I think, and some of the recent stuff that's come out, like in the Trump dump of files, supposedly bashes that the guy that we think of as Lee Harvey Oswald, he's an informant for the FBI, and he's pretending to be a communist to, like, infiltrate this free Cuba committee thing, and that is a CIA front. And so the CIA front is like, what is this fucking FBI mole doing here? Let's fucking kill this guy.
Yeah.
And that's how that all fucking started.
I could totally see that.
Yeah.
And he also, back to the like more than one guy is Lee Harvey Oswald. I think that he was part of a program which is still classified because they don't want you to know that they did this stuff back then and do this stuff now. That they had basically two kids, right? That they basically raised from childhood. They got Lee Harvey Oswald and Harvey Lee Oswald. And they basically look just enough alike to pass for each other, right? And they basically keep switching towns every couple years so nobody can really keep track of them. And then what they do with that is that one of them sneaks into Soviet Russia. And so if the KGB gets alerted and goes, "Oh, who is Lee Harvey Oswald?" They're like, "Lee Harvey Oswald? What are you fucking talking about? He's right here. He's back in America. He's right here. What are you fucking talking about?"
And then later they could be like, "Oh, we fucked up the paperwork. I don't know what you mean, man. It's Harvey Oswald. That's
I don't know what you're talking about. He's right fucking here. We got Lee Harvey Oswald right here with you. I don't know what you're fucking talking about, Lee Harvey Oswald. Caught some fucking Lee Harvey Oswald spy. Ain't fucking our guy. Lee Harvey Oswald's right here."
I don't know what your deal is, man. That's awesome.
See how that works?
Yeah.
And so then when he comes back from Russia, like he's outlived his usefulness. So they use him as an FBI informant, and then he stumbles onto something he shouldn't have.
Shit. All right, guys. I gotta talk about some weed, and then I gotta get out of here.
Let's do it. Sorry, I fucking took over your show, man.
Don't worry about it.
No, it was great.
It's fine. I love talking about that shit, man. I love talking about God, and I love talking about the alphabet with you any fucking time, whenever I'm high. It's like, like John was saying, man, you can say it so concise, and you can fucking like break it down in such a way that I can understand it, and like it's good shit. It's good shit, man.
Because it all comes back to the same place.
It's all connected.
It's like I said.
That's the thing too. It's all fucking connected, Spirit. What the fuck?
Because that's, I guess, what I am trying to get across to people is like you can't like be an orthodox literalist about some of these things, because you miss out on all of the grandeur of like what they mean and like what it means for you and what God is trying to tell you, right?
Yeah. And the meaning of the words that you say when you're a Christian too, because there's certain
and
words
that your words
that you learn,
have meaning,
and that your words have meaning. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Let your yes be yes and your no be no, right?
Yeah.
Like words are creative magic. I know I was talking to Ray about that. I think he got a little maybe hung up on the word magic, but what I mean is they are elements of creation. We create our words with sounds, and those sounds are little pictures, little pictograms of letters, right? And those are connected to little ideas, right? So when we're talking, we are connecting all of these little sounds and all of these little ideas together, and we're throwing them out into the ether, and we're creating spiritual vibrations with them.
Yeah. Like straight up, like that's how you communicate with people. And when you speak about God with the words, there's a certain feeling that you get of wholeness. I don't even know how to fucking explain that. It's the spirit, man.
What's different about us than animals is we have the comprehension of language.
Yeah.
Like animals are very similar to humans in a lot of their behavior, and a lot of the things we do are very animalistic. But what's the main difference between every other species on Earth and us? Is that we can do what we're doing right now. I can take, and I think of a pink elephant, right? Now, what I did there is magic, because I took an image of a pink elephant in my head, and with my magic words, I put a pink elephant in your head.
But through the power of perspective, my pink elephant
through the power of words,
than your pink elephant. You know, that's the problem.
But I still made one.
You still made the image of a pink elephant in my head.
He made it appear out of nowhere.
That is true.
Pulled a rabbit out of a hat.
But through the power of perspective, everyone's elephant is slightly different. You know, like I put blue inside the ears. You know, and it had a fucking purple bow tie. You know, like everybody's pink elephant is different. That gets thrown in their head. Whatever spirit did that.
But isn't it interesting though? So our pink elephants may be subtly different, but at their core, there are two things that they both share, right? They are pink.
They're pink,
and they are an elephant. And why? Why? Because I said because I used the word pink and elephant, and you connected those sounds with that color and that animal.
Fucking nuts.
True.
And so your pink elephant might have a top hat, and yours might have a bow tie, and mine might have a tutu, but they share two things in common. They're pink and they're an elephant.
Right? It's pink pachyderm, homie.
But isn't that fucking wild?
It is wild.
Yeah.
And we do that every day, and we don't even think twice about it.
Fucking cool. You know what? One of the coolest things that George Carlin ever said too was that he studied the written word, the language. I almost wonder if he looked into some of this shit, because like he knew how to speak. Really,
etymology is powerful, homie. Etymology is powerful, man. Why do you think certain words keep so going back to some of this stuff? So you know what the Indo-Europeans are, right? The first white people, right? They're coming out of the steppes of Russia, and they're just conquering all the way from Europe to China, right?
Yeah.
And they're bringing their sky daddy. They're bringing their sky dad with them, their sky father. And who is sky god? It's Deus. It's the day. It's day. So we still call things day and night because we associate with day man. Deus becomes it's still, I think, that the word for God in Latin, Deus. And Dios is in like Spanish, and Devas in Indian Sanskrit, and it becomes Zeus. So Deus is who's Deus? He's the Sky Father. Who's the Sky Father? He's Zeus. Deus, Zeus.
Fuck yeah. That's cool.
Day man. What? And where else do you hear that? Jesus. Oh.
Ow. Ow, my fucking brain, spirit. What the fuck?
Another thing, like, as far as etymology goes, if words weren't magic, then why did we spell them, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, man, this is deep primordial stuff.
Also, God spoke things into existence too.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
He said, "Let there be light," and then there was light.
Yes.
And
so it all starts with the vibration.
And I'll talk about this when I make this video or do this stream in the near future. But that's kind of the mystical reading of Genesis. Is that if you read it in Hebrew and you read it mystically, then God creates the alphabet first, which only makes sense because before you can create anything, before you can create the heavens and the earth, you have to create the idea of the heavens and the earth. And to have the idea, you have to put the thoughts in your head. Well, you put the thoughts in your head with words. and you put the words together with letters.
Okay.
Like if you make a table or a chair, if you make a chair, right, you have to have an idea of what that chair is going to be. Does it have 4 legs? Is it 3 legs? Is it a stool? Like you have to conceptualize that before you can even begin to make the chair, right?
Yeah.
So before you can create anything, you have to create the things that make that thing.
So what's your take on people who don't have an inner monologue or who can't visualize things? I'm curious about that.
You mean extreme autists?
No, well, no, they actually did studies. Somewhere between 30 and 50% of people don't have an inner monologue, and somewhere between 30 and 50% of people, not the same people, but don't have or have varying degrees of the ability to visualize, to picture things in their head.
I would be curious to know if it is more prevalent in certain cultures as opposed to others.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Like certain cultures just have to visualize things more than others. For instance, I think Ray brought this up. And I knew what he was talking about, and I believe that this is true. That African languages don't have a future tense, so they don't have like the tense of talking about something in the future, right?
They also
And
don't have a fucking
right.
word for maintenance either, Spirit.
Well, because that is something that exists in the future. That is something that like that takes into account the idea.
It's a future
of,
concept.
Like, yeah, like there's a concept of like eventually this is going to break down, and so like we have to maintain it. So I'd be curious if it would be, you know, a cultural thing. Well, and you know, you have to wonder again, the power of language and the power of this alphabet that we have. Is that really what gave us like the bump in civilization that we see over certain cultures? I think it is a big contributor.
Communicate our ideas better to make better things, kind of thing.
Well, not just that we could communicate our ideas, because anybody can do that with like an ooga booga language, but the fact that we could communicate our ideas with like deeper meaning and concepts behind them.
Yeah, I think I get what you mean.
And that they tie back to some kind of primordial ancestral thing that like we kind of can't even conceive, that like again is like it's almost like magic. We're like tapping into something that we don't fully understand.
Yeah, and that's what some people would call God or the spirit or the source or whatever.
The
right?
ruach, the breath,
Kind of
the
fascinating
spirit
to
of
see
God.
What people would call the spirit or the you know, whatever, the source. You know, it's kind of interesting to see what the different things are that people call that. You know. Sorry,
Well,
my mic
spirit-
got away from me.
Spirit is ruach, and so the spirit of God, ruach means spirit, but it also means breath. And so when God creates Adam, he breathes
into his
life
lungs.
into him.
Yep. Breathes the breath of life. Shit's wild. Dude. Spirit, how the fuck? Like, you gotta tell us. You said, like, your whole life. Okay. But, like, how long have you actually been studying it? Can you give us a rough estimate number?
No, I mean it's all like I mean my mom was always into Joseph Campbell, so I grew up watching like his PBS thing, like because she taped it off of PBS
Yeah.
like back in the day.
So, it's just
So I had like a
all the time
VHS
kinda
tape
thing.
of that, and I watched that like on loop as a kid.
Wow. Cool. It's just interesting to know, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'm kind of like like you in that I grew up in a family that was more or less secular and really didn't really push any kind of, you know, religious ideology on me. I think, you know, for good. I'm glad they didn't, because it has given me breadth to my like I'm able to see things from various perspectives, right? And to see that there is an interconnectedness within them, and that's really what I'm all about.
Dude, that's fucking wild. And I'm glad that I met you too, man, because you've been showing me some wild ass shit about. It just seems like the universe. Like, I don't even know how to describe this shit, because like you said, it's like a primordial thing. It's just like a thing of a force of nature almost. Like, we can't really.
It's why people shouldn't be afraid of the occult, because the occult just means the hidden, right? It's the things that are hidden behind the meaning of things, and it's why I talk about this stuff, because I don't want it to be so. It's knowing about about the universe, about the world and life in general, and like where babies come from.
Yeah. It's
what makes
literally
what makes plants
story,
grow and shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And like if that's what it all comes back to, you know.
Well, you're not donating to the church.
The idea of
that's why.
The idea of sacrifice, right? We in the modern era. We in the modern era are so cut off from the idea of any kind of sacrifice, because first of all, we don't want to sacrifice shit to get shit, right? We just want everything for free. So we really don't understand the idea of sacrifice, let alone people you sacrifice the best bull. Or do you think any modern people have that kind of thinking of like that they're going to give God the best bull? No, they're going to give him the shitty bull, because that's how people think, right?
Yeah.
We're so cut off from the idea of sacrifice, right? And so if you believe that Jesus sacrificed himself on the cross for humanity, right, then that should like the city of sacrifice in the sense of like you have to keep the crops growing, you have to keep the world going, you have to keep time spinning, or else we all die.
Yep. And that's why old Professor Grass goes to church every Sunday, fucking hangs out with his family, goes and cleans up that bitch, and then goes home, because that little 1 hour fucking jaunt over there to the fucking church, it's
sounds like you got at least a pretty decent little place to go to. It sounds like your pastor's you know, if he knows some Hebrew, then that's a good
scholar. The guy is a book nerd, man. Like straight up. And I fucking, because he'll just be like ramp up his like speed, not really his like pitch or anything. You know?
Saying a moment ago too, it's why I don't want people to feel weird about, like, for instance, identifying the etymology of Jesus with Zeus, for instance. It's like, why? Zeus is awesome. He's throwing down lightning bolts and shit, and that makes
pretty rad.
the storm clouds that make that create that make the crops grow.
And it makes a hell of a lot more sense than, fucking that Zeus shit is old hack. We're not doing that anymore. We're doing this Christian thing now. Mm-hmm. You know, it like makes a lot more fucking sense than that, Spirit, because that's basically what I was taught when I was little.
Stuff. Yeah. And that's exactly, and that's why I kind of resent the Disneyfication of that stuff, because it's like, no, this is powerful stuff that should bring you closer to your spiritual center, because I had this thought about this the other day. Think of how many goddamn babies come into the world every fucking day.
Yeah.
For granted that in and of itself is a weird form of magic that nobody really understands. And yet it happens every damn day.
And not just human babies.
And yet, like, we just,
there's
like, we're
babies
like, whatever.
In the animal kingdom that are being born every day. Babies, like, and millions at a time. It's a fascinating place we live in, man. we fuck, we make babies, and we eat.
Yeah, like
And then
what
we
is that?
die.
Like what is that like we're like babies be popping out every day and nobody even like thinks twice about it and goes, yo, where are all these babies coming from?
Well, everybody kind of knows,
what's-
you know,
what
like
is
that's
the
why we
force
don't
behind
ask
this?
it, because we know the base answer. You know, it's when two mommy and daddy love each other very much. You know, they get in the bedroom and the trailer rocks for a few hours or whatever. You know, and then Tommy's
But there
born.
again, as we just talked about earlier, even if you get the drive that causes the sperm to go towards the egg, what is the? Does it have its own separate
Sheer
consciousness
force
that
spirit,
is
8 inches.
That's an interesting thought. Is the consciousness of the sperm, right?
Yeah, dude, it's
Also,
totally
your
gotta be.
consciousness.
It's so that's the thing.
So if you
We're
nut
made in
like
God's
so,
image, right?
So if you nut
And
in a
then
paper
babies
towel, then like are your
made-
sperm still like?
That's why people say jacking off is a bad thing, because you're just killing a bunch of babies. You know, potential babies. You know, but
It's pretty weird, man.
I mean, you know, we just fucking had to find and make do, and use imagination in Sears catalogs and such. And then now they got a flashlight they can fuck. You know, like what the hell?
These kids today with their flashlights.
Goddamn flashlights, jacking off. Go to fucking
It's
change
these
the light
goddamn
bulb,
flashlights that are really driving
covered in
society
fucking
off
white
the rails.
shit. I asked for a 9-volt and the fucking flashlight started
shit.
buzzing at me. Then do it.
It's these laboo-boos. That's the problem.
Oh, LaBurbers. No.
Of course they.
No.
They're fucking doing
No, they-
spells
That's
and shit
awesome.
with them.
They
Fucking wild.
they're dead. They're dead to me at this point.
Now,
It's-
actually,
it's-
Red Spirit, you're gonna
it's-
love this one. They made an episode. The newest one is about how South Park sucks now. Get it? Check it out. Just saying.
Nice.
I don't know, man. I haven't really been into them pretty much since the COVID thing.
Oh, you don't like time travel?
I think I don't even think Matt and Trey are behind the wheel at this point anymore.
Oh, they are. It's weird too.
It doesn't feel.
So
it
check
doesn't
this
read
out.
like them.
Trey Parker's kid is in the staff now as one of the new kids. The fucking I can't remember what her name is. I think it's Heidi. It's one of the new
So
girls.
what? Why do I fucking care?
I'm just saying. So he's probably there. He's probably around. You know, they're around doing shit.
Oh,
But
so
the
he's
problem
putting
is-
his daughter in the
No, no, no.
show. You're just kind of pointing.
What I'm saying is, all right, when they bought Casa Bonita, they were probably not in the
Oh
fucking
yeah,
game.
yeah. That fucked them.
So that
That
probably fucked
fucked
him up
them.
real hard.
Well, did you see that? Did you see that everybody at Casa Bonita's on strike right now? Like the
No.
unions all.
Why are they on strike?
Because dude, for the libtardiest reasons, they're like, we don't have active shooter drills.
What?
Yeah, it's retarded.
It's Colorado. Isn't everyone like?
They hit the
Why
pipe.
did
Oh my god, that was fucking awesome.
I feel like they're probably? I think they're probably at this point going, man,
Way too
millions,
much.
millions.
Their last contract with fucking Comedy Central, probably.
Something on this last one?
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it probably went to pay off all their loans.
Dude, they spent a lot to buy that company. They spent like $1 billion or $1 million or something.
Really?
I can't remember how much they spent on it. But and then also they fucking do you guys know about the Stream Wars? This is a weird fucking
No.
thing.
What about the streaming?
So the
yes,
Stream Wars,
yeah, I know. I know what you're talking about.
with South Park too and stuff, they really were very. the creators had streaming rights ever since like the 90s, early 2000s. They had SouthParkStudios.com.
Essentially they double dipped.
Yeah, they had their own studios. So whenever fucking, and this is a long story short, but whenever fucking the guy that made Netflix went over to Blockbuster and got laughed out the room and then made Netflix, it really gave them a, which is fucking wild. And now Netflix might be buying DC.
Wow. Okay, so they bought $6 million renovating it, but they fucked up their estimate.
Which means it's probably more than that.
So, yeah. Wow.
I wouldn't.
What
know if
a
it was
fuck
more.
up.
It's bad.
What? How could it cost that much? How big is this place? I
I'm
gotta
pretty
find
sure,
it.
like,
They basically had to tear everything out of the place.
yeah, because that's, and they made a joke about it in the series too. When fucking whatever the guy buys his whole place, or whatever the fuck does, and that was kind of a joke and a stab at them because they fucking bought Castle Medina.
That's insane.
Yeah. Like Trace so much that I can't. Paramount money really sucks. And I really hope that after they get done pleasing Paramount with their tiny dick jokes, they can come back and give us some good laughs. You know what I mean? Like, because that's literally all it's been. It's been tiny dick jokes.
Well, that's what I'm I mean,
Yeah. It definitely.
I mean, think about
it seems
this.
like they just
Paramount
did whatever
Plus,
they.
whole shebang. And Peacock is also owned by MSNBC, right? Which is
Microsoft's news run.
okay. MSNBC.
They're in
But then,
cahoots with
is that not in cahoots with-
NBC? But NBC is its own network.
Yeah, but so then they're in cahoots with NBC. Then also, a bone to pick with Donald Trump. I'm just wondering. Curious.
Oh, I mean, all the networks do. All the networks do. It's not even a
Comedy
question.
Central shouldn't. Like, you know what's fucking weird too, guys? You can watch on Comedy Central right now South Park, followed by Beavis and Butthead. It's the weirdest fucking timeline ever.
Nice. Beavis and Butthead was so great. Mike Judge was awesome.
Dude, Mike Judge is weird
still
as
is.
hell. He is weird as fuck, dude. Have you ever seen a show called oh, now I can't remember it. This fucking hug box this fucking leftists have. NPR. He was an NPR radio host.
Okay.
And that's what it's called. This NPR fucking radio host, a soft-spoken little twig boy from fucking King of the Hill. Literally, that's the voice actor too, and everything. It's kind of weird. That show was wild, and nobody watched it except for me. Like, I watch garbage if I know the person that made it, because like I want to know what their perspective is in this today's climate. Like, I watched another Mike Judge show, weird one. It was a show about a family of hippies, and I can't remember the fucking name of it right now. God damn it! Damn it!
Huh.
Fucking weed.
I don't know that one.
Weed affects the memory, but it's, dude. Mike Judge has made a lot. Just look at his IMDb, and then flip through it, and then find some weird shit, dude. You'll find some odd shit in his IMDb. It's like, I did that once. I just kind of flipped through. I was like, all right, what do we got here? And like, God, dude, he had a hand in the Exploding Kittens TV show. He didn't make it, but he was like a supervising animator and like co-producer or something like that. It's fucking nuts, dude. He's stuck his hands in a lot of stuff before he went and did Common Side Effects on Adult Swim. Common Side Effects is fucking wild. I like that show. Over as doing it. If you haven't watched Common Side Effects, it's basically about a magic mushroom. Mushrooms, and he's like trying to hide it. You take it and you like ingest it or whatever, you start seeing these little mushroom people, and like it's fucking wild shit, dude. I don't know how to.
I know you have to have seen Idiocracy, right?
Yeah, dude. That shit was blocked by Fox as far as advertising goes. I don't know if you know that story.
Really?
To sign on for advertising. And then a Fox executive basically was a
It was a little too
whistleblower.
on the nose.
It was just like, we can't have any of these brands in there. They will never agree to this. Well, apparently there was a loophole where if they kept all the brands in, My Hardy still is in this movie and stuff, but they never advertised it. They stuck it right next to two big blockbusters so it wouldn't fucking... There's a whole fucking thing. Mike Judge came out later and talked about it and whatnot in the interview. I kept my eye on that motherfucker.
It was hilarious though. Like when that movie came out, you remember all the Brondo commercials, like electrolytes. It was
Yes.
just
I actually have a Brondo shirt
Gatorade
too.
Gatorade straight up just started ripping their advertisements and
fuck yeah,
putting
dude.
them out as their own. Everything was
hilarious.
electrolytes after that movie. It was great. And they're partially responsible for Crocs becoming a thing. Did you know about that one?
Yes, I was getting ready to say that too. On set, Mike Judge said that they wanted to find something that was emerging and was goofy as fuck that nobody would ever wear. So they made everybody wear Crocs on set. And you can even see people in the background. Some of the future citizens are wearing Crocs. And he said that they would never catch on. Nobody would ever buy them. And everybody loves Crocs. And I even have a pair of work Crocs that I wear to work every day that are slip-proof, waterproof,
That's
fucking
hilarious.
electric-proof. They're made of like the Croc material, but it's like a clog. So it's just like sealed up and everything. They're nice, actually.
That's awesome. It's one of those shoes too. It's like
I know, dude.
it's all because of Mike Judge.
It's hilarious, dude. My wife actually wears off the ground and bring them home. Just like, that's mine now. We are talking about apples and bananas tonight. All right, I got all
Interesting.
fucking
I never heard
sidetracked
of
and
that
shit.
one.
You guys can see the
Beans.
screen, right?
Yeah.
Bananas.
Alpha and betas. 23 to 30% THC, purple, blue power, and gelati. It comes with a flavor of this bud. When it comes to the flavor of this bud, the name says, and a sharp, sour apples, with a touch of punch of savory effects and state of happy euphoria through artistic ideas and vision. Entire body comes too. Ooh, hey, getting horny. Fucking these effects are combined with a super high 23 to 30% THC level, appetite loss, nausea, and pain and depression. Main effects are aroused, creative, euphoric, happy, relaxed, tingly, may relieve chronic pain, cramps, depression, muscle spasms, stress. My music stopped.
Hit loop.
I haven't tried this one, but
I've
pretty.
never tried it. And yeah, I've never seen this one actually out of. I think it was that one looks pretty as fuck. Holy shit! Like those orange hairs are super
Nice,
prominent. Like what
colorful.
the fuck? Like fruity pebble. Yes, platinum cookies.
is great, and Granddaddy Purple is great.
Yes, I've never
I
heard
haven't
of
tried
blue.
the other two, but I imagine
I've had gelati.
imagine gelati is a
I've
gelati.
had Granddaddy Purple though. That shit rules. All right, so platinum cookies is platinum Girl Scout cookies, evenly balanced 50 for Durban Poison, but OG Kush is a landrace, and Durban Poison is Durban Poison's a landrace, right? Yeah, South Africa. OG Kush, I believe is.
I think.
Oh
is what
yeah,
it's
you're
called.
right. Hindu Kush.
OG Kush.
All right, so mixed with Hindu Kush and the Durban Poison, part of Platinum Cookies. I lost Platinum Cookies. All right, Kush is Kim Dog and Hindu Kush, and is an unknown cut, I'm pretty sure. Like, people don't know what the exact genetics are. Yeah, right there.
So CIA.
Part of this strain is Big Bud and Purple Urkel. So Big Bud is Afghani and Grace, which was crossed with multiple strains of South and Central America, Thailand, and Afghanistan, right? Yeah. So people don't really know what the true genetics of skunk number 1 is. So that's another lost strain. Well, you know, we grew this and that or whatever. It's that they like accidentally made.
Yeah.
That's how archive strains to make old strains be able to just clone only. So like you can only get a clone of it. So you have to go like to a physical store, I suppose.
Yeah, definitely.
Bud was skunk number 1 in Afghani. And then Purple Urkel is a Mendocino Perps phenotype. And Mendocino Perps, all the way down in the genetics, it's the Perps, man. Mendocino Perps.
A lot of those old strains are before there were a lot of strains known. So it's a lot of guessing game, I think, with a lot of those really older, older strains. And now they're just, you can buy the seeds or buy the cuts.
Right? Like,
not online, you'd have to go to the store.
Seed shop right in my hometown house. That was my first strain I ever grew by myself. Because I fucking do these nightly streams after doing it and talk to them because they said something about and stuff. And it's like, oh, insight on how to grow and shit and be able to cross my stuff with it and stuff. My artificial red, I need to take a picture of it. It looks fucking good, dude. I can't wait.
That would be awesome if you could get that guy on. It might be hard though, because a lot of people in that industry are, kind of camera shy about what they do.
Yeah, they do like local things and stuff all the time. So talk about different strains of weed, but there's certain like they were testing fucking nuclear, whatever the fuck. All the nuclear radiation just gets sucked up.
Yeah. Back before it was legal, soil is like such a bulk. So a lot of people did hydroponic, and then there was like some people did what's called aeroponic, apparently.
Oh yeah, where the roots are just kind of dangling and they missed them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
I cover all sorts of shit like that on the fucking Green Pill, man. Like here in a little while, dude, after I get done talking about the weed, I do have one video I'm gonna show you guys before I fucking bounce out of here. It's about advancements in mushroom technology. It's fascinating shit, dude. Like straight up, like I was sitting there and they built a whole ass like a fucking wild shit. We'll check it out here in a little bit. But Blue Power is part of Apples and Bananas. It's the third part of our 4-part strain here of Sour Double, Master Kush, The White, and Blue Moonshine. Here's Sour Double. Sour Dubs is another diesel with Sour Bubble. I've never
tried
had
New York
either of these
diesel.
either. Insanely potent bud, boasted farms, and it's a bubble phenotype.
Bubble
Bubba
gum, because it has
cheese.
bubble gum, bubble.
And double bubble F1. It'll be double bubble fucking phenotype 1, right? So there's this. Double bubble is an indica. This is about a vape cartridge, though. It's not even gone too far. Bad. When it's not clickable, that's how you know it's a bad time.
Yeah.
Cheese. All right. So Original Cheese is a strain out of Great Britain. There is British weed. I found
Called UK cheese.
I wonder if that's
Very cheesy strain. It's probably that one.
I wonder
I've
if it's
heard of that.
OG cheese strain. Then it's
It's been a while. It was back in like 2014 or 2013, 2014, in that time period.
read this cheese entry here, and it says it's farmed in the UK. but like,
Sounds
because it's not giving me any information.
because
Maybe a bush, right? I know you were in the weed industry. I've heard bushweed as a term as like it's a strain that was and then it finally was crossed with something like famous or whatever, and then it made it good, you know? So then now we know it as, well, it was crossed as fucking...
Interesting.
I don't know if that's a term that you've heard of.
That's the first time I've heard of that term.
That's what I heard anyway from, I can't remember what the fucking channel. Worked there for like 10 years plus or whatever, and he was throwing all sorts of fucking terminology at me, and I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. So I had to look into it and figure.
Form terminology in the weed industry. It's kind of, it's all kind of just made up stuff.
I don't know where in California.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I feel like every region has their own terminology for sure. Like, no question about it.
Umpire strong weed for the most part. Fuck yeah. Where was I? Snoop Dogg, and I agree with him. Fucking massive. And I tell you what, the CBDX fucking dabs were pretty doing because of the laws and
Traded THC stuff.
They used to sell activated flower. Then they got in trouble. Professor Grass, or use code Professor. That is a real thing. That's a real.
Nice.
Barely ever remember to read them, but you did I don't know. Oh, okay. It's a cross. Usually they're clickable. Blue Moon. Tell me the cross. Do it. But it's not telling me the cross. I don't.
No, that's weird.
That's strange. Gelati is gelati cut. E-flower?
Potency, that happens too.
I can see. I know you can't send me garbage bags of weed, but send me money. Let's see here. Okay, so, and luckily I had already did the prep enough and 50-50 cut. Crossed with, it's bred in collaboration with Compound Genetics and Cookies, apparently. It's like, don't do Good Day Farm, don't do cookies. Cookies is what was it, a drug cartel front. The drug cartel dispensaries. That's what the guy, like, he went in the Rumble chat and he was screaming and yelling at him. He's like, you did a review. The fuck down. What is your question? It's just fucking weird, dude. They was like, let me look at this real quick. All right, and I got his profile. Oh, fuck. All right, well, okay, so the thing real quick is I'm being nice and I'm on YouTube. Hi. Let's just put it that way. You know, like, it's twisting like
You know,
Play-Doh,
I was thinking
dude.
by the looks, it was either a cheesecake of some sort or like a key lime pie variant, but this is
I'm
weird.
glad that you said key lime. That is the look of disappointment. Ever experimented with your Bob last?
Key lime, but
Yeah, key lime
It's
pie,
not
yes,
bad.
but not that.
it's not terrible.
Yeah. That does not look appetizing at all.
It's like it's sticky. It's the worst possible fucking thing. Definitely dive into this thing here. And then I'm gonna get out of here because I gotta get up in the morning and watch the babies.
Imagine a world where
This fucking dude is gonna talk to us about mushrooms. And I want everybody to sit down and listen to this man. Undecided Matt Farrell. He's gonna God damn, 1 million subs. You're gonna tell fucking technology of mushrooms.
the homes we live in, the clothes we wear, and even the sensors in our electronics weren't manufactured, but grown.
They're gonna make sensors for electronics Fucking shoes. Buildings.
Mycelium, the
Out of mycelium mushrooms. He's right, Spirit.
guy, is shaking up everything
From bacon.
into walls, hemp into compostable
Making leather and like walls and insulation and shit out of mushroom and hemp fibers. So they're making walls and shit out of weed and mushrooms.
mushroom material is set to
That's
insulate the facade of a 300-unit housing project in California.
That big ass white building and weed. What the fuck is that? I'm not gonna lie, it looks better than like some of the blocky buildings.
Robots for the electrical pulses of living mycelium. So how long until mycelium is just as ubiquitous as wood, metal, and plastic?
Salt Spring Island.
I'm Matt Farrell.
All right, man, yeah.
Welcome to Undecided.
You buy.
What even is
Get to it, bald head. Talk about
forest fungi, or maybe Smurfette's house? Soil surface a vast network of mycelium are tubular
Do you want your shoes? All right, if you
from lightweight, lattice-resembling foam. Dig into the forest floor and you'll find this white mycelium network. McIntyre, the duo who dreamed up the mass farming and use of mycelium, as
Are you sure it wasn't a proud black woman that did it? I'm pretty sure it was.
put it in a mold and let nature do its thing. Fueled by plant matter, mycelium grows to fill the mold, forming an all-natural compostable foam. This happens fast, in just 4
Spirit, mushroom.
for another 2 days.
We're gonna grow miles and miles of fungus.
Baked at a low temperature to stop the growth, it's ready.
Pre-molded, basically. Like, I was like, does that
Pre-molded.
is that good? Is that bad? Am I
Does
gonna
that mean
die?
what I think it means?
That's what I'm thinking. I was like, does that mean like it's just mold? Rain is gonna take out my house? What? How does that work?
For Bear and McIntyre, that was Mushroom Paste and Emma Watson's gin brand.
Me, right? What
Oh,
the
no
fuck?
wonder I don't recognize.
And I was like, she had to have been in something. And I'm like, you said Harry Potter. I was like, that's Hermione. That's gotta be.
Today, the mycelium-based packaging
Yeah,
market is valued at nearly
is.
$85 million.
She's been in something I don't care about.
And stop at packaging, while touring a massive indoor
use the
mushroom
prodigal.
farm to grow mycelium indoors as giant mushrooms.
Build mycelium infrastructure on the planet devoted to growing this scale at a really low cost.
This is the mycelium technology I went to see for myself. It's a novel mushroom architecture grown from
He's excited to say mycelium technology. This guy's
realm of material possibilities.
fucking neat, dude. So like, they just grow it in this facility.
Nice tissue texture. So this is like the future.
So this shit will have you fucked up for days.
Oh, wow.
I'm in a mushroom farm, sneeze for days.
That is wild.
This is low energy, low resource farming. Unlike plants,
I don't know
mushrooms
if I
don't need
told
growth.
you. Yes.
They're just being cow shit with mushrooms.
You can find that.
I
I
live on a field with me.
I mean, it's you'll
So would I be
from
able
what
to
I have
eat them
been told
and not die from
it off, right?
it's
But,
just wet water and they turn blue?
They'll bruise, but
Mushroom
you,
right
you
now,
gotta
John.
do some research.
And wood chips. Upcycling
That's what
chips.
Jim Norton
Upcycling waste.
Getting this humid air that the moisture kind of respirates.
That moisture-laden air is blown around the indoor farm to mimic the mist and breeze of a forest. Once the mycelium reaches a point where it's fully matured but not yet sprouting, the giant racks it's grown on transform into conveyor belts, sliding thick sheets of mycelium right off the ends for automated harvesting. On just one
This is where he talks about the
accessories.
shoes.
And in 2025, Ecovative is scaling up in a big way. It's set to commercial Asia among them. And Ecovative isn't the only company advancing mycelium-based textiles or mycotextiles.
Mushroom shoes.
MycoWorks, based in
and
California,
pants
is turning
and
reishi
such.
mushrooms into luxury leather. It's already found its way into Hermes handbags. GM even explored MycoWorks fabric for several interior parts, including matte pockets of their Soleil electric convertible.
Yeah, that's mushroom. The yellow interior.
Others?
Mushroom
If turning mushrooms into leather, or maybe it should
I'm down. Mushrooms are better than that fucking microscope that shit. Oh my god.
Fake meat, hell no.
it's made.
Somebody gave me an Impossible Burger once, and I didn't know what they were giving me, and I was like, well, "Fuck,
Dude,
that."
and I didn't know what it was. I was in a rush, and I'm like, "Yeah, give me that fucking Impossible Burger." I thought it was just like a like fucking sales, gimmick name,
Possible Burger.
Right. I'm like, yes.
And they were like, oh, I thought they were like fucking like, oh, I thought we would trick you, basically. I'm like, no, you gave me free food. I'll try it, but like, it was bad. I'm sorry.
Mycelium.
You get harvest, you got the frost.
If you salt and natural smoke flavor, boil them up, then you've got artificial bacon with a meat-like texture, more plants and less processed meat.
Just listen to this guy's reaction to actually eating this bacon. It's like, the BLT was
less land, water, feed stuff, and
Pounds of my bacon annually on 1 acre of land.
that's 1 million pounds of bacon made from agricultural waste and water with minimal energy inputs and compostable
when you call it
but all
and this isn't eating the
For
bugs.
real.
I don't know if I fully reject it either, though. It's like,
I am one of those people, it passes the sizzle test. And on a
it doesn't look like fucking fat in a pan.
BLT or burger, I can say from experience, it tastes fantastic.
Ooh, I don't know how I feel about that.
Based meat in the Northeast U.S., selling 3
The Mushroom Industrial Complex is back.
Ecovative just secured.
Nice Mario Party surprise bacon.
Like
This summer,
turkey
they're rolling
bacon is blasphemy. So
I do
mushroom-
turkey.
It's
eat
an
bacon.
abomination.
It's two different things. Wrap. Say the show doesn't rule. It's so much fun.
of pulled pork. I got to try it on my visit, cooked up with barbecue sauce, and it was surprisingly good. Tender, smoky, and close enough to the
Sorry. I did that joke. Right. Starving me and walking me around, show me a bunch of mushrooms. Why was that a quick shot then? I feel like notice. Yeah, that was good. Hoppers fucking hang out for. I know they're like stuff. They don't just quick shot and then spit it.
The startup called Gob in San Francisco, California is developing surfboards with mycelium cores and bio-based resins. And in the Netherlands, Loop Biotech is growing biodegradable coffins from local mushrooms.
This is the main reason why I wanted to show you guys this. I know we body degrade at the same time, but how the fuck does that work? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
Species and upcycled hemp fibers. Mycelium is
So they can build houses.
Maybe the Mushroom Industrial Complex wins again, man. Like
Forest House, which is a glamping
putting all their
diversity
do
to
is
look like a
name
cluster
it
of
Soylent Green. Green, it's people.
Dude, they really did name their shit Soylent. Like, what the fuck?
Mycelium wasn't just cladding for the which is
right. Of said drink. I'm saying like to them, I'm like, what that's a reference to, right? like that.
Oh yeah, no, they know.
So
They have
agreed,
to
man.
know.
Like, come on,
You know
man.
that people, right?
Textural experimentation is surprising considering that mycelium
We have to know. There's no way that they don't.
Oh yeah.
But when grown
They did it for marketing.
the right way with the right agricultural waste, mycelium bricks can be surpurprisingly strong.
People are dumb and
The fuck was that? See that shit?
Mushroom bricks of cocaine.
Mycohab has built a one
Ooh. That'd be pretty wild.
bedroom home in Nambia using
Mushrooms.
bricks made with oyster mushroom mycelium. Makes them
Helium's hard
strong.
like that, though. I don't understand.
Why I fucking didn't have all my shit, I guess. I fucking spent the whole time adding all of my memes and stuff. Didn't use a single one of them. And then I will.
From local materials
show
at
the
a low enough
house.
cost to or 11-meter prefabricated panels are grown shell for durability.
So, like, fucking nuts, dude.
The panels will serve as thermal insulation, cutting energy costs by keeping the building cooler in summer and warmer in winter. Mycelium is also naturally fire resistant, and up is that the mycelium cladding is also carbon negative.
The environment. Well, if the environment was so strong. Maybe those. Or one more small video. And then we're fucking on the thing here. But I did see Australia is dealing with 50. Look at this
Dude,
shit.
Australia is just like a whole other planet.
Dude, yeah.
Yeah, everything's out to kill you over there.
They live in Jurassic Park over there. Look at
Of land where human beings have never set foot.
Yeah, dude. They straight up,
Yeah.
they're like, don't go out there, man. It's gonna be a bad time for you. It's like, what do you mean? Oh, there's bad creatures out there. There's monsters in them woods. It's like,
They probably have dinosaurs.
Dude, Imagine if all the dinosaurs are on Australia. That's just where they are. We can never find them because that's where they are. Oh my god. That blew my fucking mind, John. I want that to be real now. Like, people just venture off into like small parts of China too. There's a little bit of smaller Chinese fucking
If we were looking for the dinosaurs in Antarctica, we should have been looking in Australia.
Yeah, that's right. We find out like Pangea was a real thing and it just split off Australia and it was an island and it just fucking floated off, never to be seen from the dinosaurs until they dumped a bunch of prisoners there.
By the way, I'm working on B raised. You know what B is? It's the house, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a pregnant belly too. Like a B, like a capital B. Do you know what it means?
No. Guessing home.
It's it's about growth. Wow. It's about fertility. So it has a super similar meaning.
Umpire, look at him on the internet. He's picking up his dad's title. I played a couple of his videos on Green Pill a couple times here and there because I can't remember what the fuck his name is, but Bob.
Being an asshole.
Bob Irwin. Here to rescue the animals. Don't you know the fucking bad thing? All right, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Thank you for joining me, John. Thank you for joining me, Mr. Spirit. I'm gonna get out of here, guys.
Thanks for you too, Spirit. I'm definitely gonna be checking out your videos, and if you're down one day, I'd love to have you on just to talk.
Yeah, likewise.
Sweet.
Fuck yeah, dude. I'll watch that. I'll try to raid somebody.
I'm just waiting for grass to tell me we're good.
Yeah.